1580 KGAL.
The following sports broadcast is an exclusive presentation of 1580 KGAL. You can follow the Warriors all season long, every snap, every score, every game, home and away on KGAL. Tonight's game is brought to you by Economy Supply Building Center, Mama's Fine Italian, City and Suburban Electric, Lassen RV, Power Honda, Ixtapa Mexican Restaurant, Linco Federal Credit Union, Burgerville, Crabtree Automotive, Lynn Lanes, Willamette Community Bank, Les Schwab Tires of Lebanon, Bing's Kitchen, Like New Appliance, Lynn Benton Tractor, Wilson Motors, and by Canega Tire Factory. Now, get ready for Warriors football. With all the action, here are Radio Ray and Rob Allen, live on 1580 KGAL.
How we doing so far? I'm on my fourth hay already. I'm ready to go home for the night. Hey, how are you this evening? Let's make a few adjustments here. We listened through a radio. It's got a little static on it. If we just turn it the right way, we can cut that out. And I think
might be my cell phone, Ray.
Oh, maybe if you turn your cell phone off,
bunch of cell phones.
That might do it. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Friday Night Football. Just a couple of weeks left in the regular season. We hope there will be more, and that the Lebanon Warriors will be making the playoffs. We shall see. That's up to the OSAA. We've explained that a few times, that they have a new system now. It's not whether you finished in first division, for example, in the Mid-Willamette Conference. It's where you finish according to the OSAA in their so-called power rankings. You must finish among the first 24 teams to be in the playoffs. Right now, Lebanon is near that bottom, near the 23-24, but they are in the playoffs according to the OSAA. But only 2 weeks left in the conference season, and tonight is the toughest one perhaps of the entire season. We're at West Albany tonight, a team the Warriors have beaten the last 2 years, and they shocked West Albany in the last couple of years, but a team that is back to the strength that they showed of, maybe 3, 4, 5 years back. We'll tell you why in just a little bit. But a good evening. I'm Radio Ray. That's Rob Allen.
Good evening.
It's nice here. We had a heavy rainfall today, and I thought that we were really going to have trouble here tonight. A couple of things. I thought initially that we would be outside, but we're inside their new press box. I didn't think there was room for us, so we don't have to worry about the rain. But the nice thing is that rain stopped somewhere in about 1, 2 o'clock this afternoon. And while the field is natural grass and it's going to be wet, obviously, it is in better condition than I thought it might be by the time we arrived tonight, Rob.
Yeah, it looks like it's nicely cut. You can see the numbers out there on the field. Ray, I certainly do miss the hash marks there at Heath Stadium and the defining lines. We'll have to wait to see if the field conditions are going to play a part in this game. It's looking pretty good right now, dry, and but I think the temperature is going to drop a little bit, and hopefully we'll stay away from the rain tonight.
We were told that earlier in the warm-ups, Jake Rapay, who was warming up as a quarterback, took a snap and went back to throw, and the ball dropped out of his hand, and that's because the ball was wet. And also, who was it that took one step and fell down in the warm-ups? Lebanon plays at artificial turf. This is the first time they will be on grass in a while, and wet grass, very wet grass to boot. Now, West Albany really does not have that much of an advantage, although this is their home field. It hasn't rained here for a game yet this year, so they have not really experienced the wet ground. You would hope. Well, let's go back and talk about the fact I said that West Albany seems to have returned to their strength of maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago, and that is because of a familiar name in their lineup who is rivaling the success of his brother. His brother was Anthony Lacoste, and he is Jake Lacoste. Anthony Lacoste was terrific in his years with West, and that's when West was building state championships or playing for the state championships 3 years in succession. His younger brother, Anthony, is looking, or Jake rather, was looking a mirror of his older brother last year, but this year he has really turned it on. He's had some sensational games. 212 yards against Silverton, the #1 team in the league, the only team to beat West, and they only did it by 7 points. 331 yards against Crescent Valley, 307 against South, 340 against Pendleton, 329 against Lake Ridge. You get the idea. But maybe the fact that it's a wet field tonight and everybody will have trouble cutting, the wet field could be the advantage of Lebanon if it slows down Jake Lacoste, because he is the key factor in the ballgame.
Oh, absolutely. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Jim Phillips, the defensive coordinator for the Warriors, has drawn up this week for a defensive plan, because nobody has come up with any plan to stop this kid. He's got 207 carries on the season, Ray. That's almost 30 carries per game. And when you think about it, a lot of the games, he only plays half to maybe 3/4 of the game.
Yeah.
1,937 yards. That is 71% of his team's rushing yards.
1937.
71%.
2 yards short of the last time, 1939, that the Beavers were 5-0, but
yes.
That's another story.
Yes, 29 touchdowns, 28 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown. He's been thrown to once, and he caught the ball once for a touchdown. So it seems like everything this guy does, he touches, is gold. And the Warriors have their work cut out defensively, but offensively, as we know last week, DJ Knuth hurt his knee. He's out for this game at least, and out indefinitely. I'm not sure if he's out for the season, Ray, but definitely out for the season.
He's been the top running threat.
Yes, and leading the team in touchdowns this year. DJ has had the information here, Ray.
He's truly been their breakaway runner.
9 touchdowns.
He's been the breakaway threat this year.
Yes, 9 touchdowns. And Brandon Marquez, the other part of the Warrior, a big part of the Warrior offense, injured his shoulder, broke his collarbone. He's definitely out for the season. Unfortunate for Brandon, he's a senior. But the Warriors, that's an opportunity. Those are 2 opportunities for some bodies, I say bodies, to fill in the void for the Warriors tonight offensively.
But those are going to be 2 people that are awfully tough for them to replace, because Brandon has done a good job at quarterback. And as I said, DJ Knuth has really been the chief running back and the chief breakaway threat, and they're both gone tonight. So where do they go as backs? Taman Pravatsky, certainly. Tim Farrell, anybody else moving up?
Taman Pravatsky, you know, last week we saw a little bit of Braden Childress, who's one of the JV stars. He's a junior, a transfer from Amity High School. Only 150, 160 pounds is Braden Childress, but quick, Ray, one of the fastest guys in the program for the Warriors. So we talked about it in the broadcast last week late in the game that the Warriors have no problem with the running backs, but the quarterback situation, that's what we're interested to see tonight, who the backup is.
Who moves to C.J. Hargis?
C.J. Hargis, I believe, is the front runner, but Riley Wessel has also seen quarterback time earlier in his career with Lebanon. He may see some snaps as well. It's going to be an interesting night, that's for sure, for both these teams.
Wiley Wessel sounded to be a good Warner Brothers cartoon character.
Yes.
We better take our first break. Both teams are out in the field warming up. As I said, the rain stopped hours ago. That has certainly made it better playing conditions tonight, but perhaps we want some sloppier conditions to slow down that Jake Lacoste. That's the question. The answer is just a few minutes away tonight. It's Lebanon and West Albany here on KGAL. We'll be back in a bit.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, offering lunch and dinner, takeout, and catering too. Here's Bob.
Come down and visit us and try some of our hand-tossed pizzas, my friends. That's right, hand-tossed.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, in the heart of Lebanon on Oak, between Main and 2nd.
Need some electrical work in your home or business, but it just seems like too small of a job to call the pros? No matter what the job, call City and Suburban Electric. Proud to be a contributing member of our community. City and Suburban Electric. Call 451-5609.
Lassen RV in Albany has the new RV models on the lot now, ready for you to buy. Lassen RV Service Department has a new truckload of parts and accessories on sale just in time for fall fix-up. From changing a light bulb to rebuilding your entire RV. No job is too big or too small for Lassen RV in Albany, where friends send their friends.
1580 KGAL.
really do a nice job with the national anthem. We've heard them before at some of the playoffs, basketball playoffs for a couple of years. And
you almost got a gift there, my friend.
Oh, was that supposed to be for us? Was that a gift?
No,
I
it
gave
was
it back.
someone's hat. They were.
Oh,
I think someone had found it, and we were going to.
I think that we're supposed to be. They consider us as the press box people up here. But we've heard them do the national anthem at the playoffs, the basketball playoffs the last couple of years. They do a great rendition of it. Always a good band, well represented in large numbers and very nicely done. About ready to begin tonight, West Albany on the field. They will be in their gold pants with the blue tops and the bright white numerals, which I love. Thank you, West Albany. And the Warriors will be in their red trousers with the white tops and the red numbers. Not quite as easy to discern as the West Albany numbers. But ironically, the numbers that really could be tough tonight, because the Warriors going to number substitutes, it may be tougher to pick up who's doing what tonight, because there could be more multiple substitutions. For West Albany, two things. Cody LaHoda is the quarterback. He is number 11. And number 28, Jake Lacoste.
Yeah, what a talent he is. Just a junior, Ray. He still has one more year to go to even get better, if he can even do that. But he has the potential, Ray, with the talent level that he has, to reach possibly 2,500 yards by this week or by next week, unless they rest him for the playoffs. And that's a very good possibility, too, because they are definitely within reach of making the playoffs at the number 7th position.
It was a few years back that his older brother, Anthony, set the 5A record for the state with over 500 yards in a game, a record that was broken. Ironically, West Albany beat Lake Ridge this year, 48 to 48-32. I'm not sure that's 48 carries for Lacoste, 320 yards, 329 yards in that game.
I believe it was 49-34, Ray.
I've got it on the other page here. 49-34 as West Albany won that game, but Lacoste rushed for 329 yards. The next week, Lake Ridge played Aloha, and a young man named Thomas Tyner ran the 38 touches for 643 yards. That became the new record for the state that broke Anthony Lacoste's record, the older brother of Jake.
Yeah, I wonder if the defensive coordinator for Lake Ridge was wondering, do we need to work on our rush defense, little guys?
329 yards given to Jake one week, and then Thomas 643 the next. West Albany comes to the near sidelines for us, and the team's about to take the field this evening. We thank you for joining us for Warrior football tonight. And I know I've got my case right behind me here, and I've got to make sure I have everything on the table that I needed. I already covered those things up. What did I do with the cards? Well, when we go to our first time out, maybe or maybe not, I can find those. It should be interesting to see if the Warriors can slow down this West Albany team. We have been very pleased the last 2 years to have victories over West Albany. We remember coming here for so many years of their championship teams, and West Albany would bury the Warriors. In fact, one year in particular, I remember where Anthony Lacoste scored a touchdown on the first possession, first play of the evening. Yes.
There is already looks like a penalty's been enforced against the Bulldogs. They'll be kicking off from their own 25, Ray. 15-yard penalty for being late. I think it might be for being late.
Really?
Yes.
They were at the other end of the field. They seemed ready to go during the national anthem. Well, we'll see what that is, but that's going to affect field position here, and will certainly assist field position for the Warriors as we start the game. Be at the 25-yard line. But thinking back to that game the one night where Anthony scored a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage, and they rolled up about 60 points by halftime. Certainly the Warriors are a much improved team from those years, but we'll see. It could be a tough night tonight. We'll find out as West Albany will kick off. The kick will be a good one, but the Warriors should still get good field position. 30, 35, 40, and slipping on the grass and sliding forward, but he was about to be met by a wall of players. Matt Tracy brings the ball back outside the 35-yard line, close to the 39. It is not a field with individual yard markers, and because the rain let up today, you can see the numbers on the field, the 30, 40, 50, etc. but the individual yard markers are left to guess. It looks like it's about at the 38-yard line as the Warriors will start 1st and 10. Could the Warriors put up a score here early and get a little momentum and give themselves some room to give up a few touchdowns? First play from scrimmage is going to be Alan Ma.
That's Riley Wessel, Ray, number 11. Normally a receiver, but lined up in the backfield.
I hate to miss the first number, but it certainly looked like 13 to me. So Riley Wessel, number 11, carries the first ball tonight. You know, my eye doctor has said it's time for an appointment, and it could be time for newer glasses. The Warrior uniforms, because of the snap is high and bobbled by Riley Wessel, but it doesn't matter because the whistle blew. Let's see if the Warriors were offsides on the play. So Riley Wessel will be the back. Rob was telling me today, he with an inside to his dad, the former coach and now the athletic director at Lebanon, that they might use Riley Wessel, and it is legal start for the
legal
Warriors.
Procedure, I think, Ray. It might have been an alignment. You were talking about me telling you about the different
Wessel
creativity. Taman Provatsky. And it's a different look, Ray. It's hard to describe out there. There's looks like 3 or 4 backs in the backfield off the line of scrimmage. Let's see how the Warriors come out this time. Weird formation, definitely.
They will go from the shotgun. Riley Wessel will be the apparent receiver of the ball. He will roll to the left. Does he want to throw? No, he wants to run, and he'll be met in the backfield and stuffed.
And a flag
well behind the 30.
Flag way out there, Ray, right where Riley was running. Possible hold out there on the edge.
A couple of plays already and a couple of flags thrown, and both will be against the Warriors as the official comes a little bit.
No, it's against West Albany. Helmet to helmet. Personal foul.
Personal foul. So the Warriors do get a break on this one.
Wow.
And that will move them forward again. Boy, that field does look distant from here, doesn't it?
We're high up here at Memorial Stadium, but distant. A long ways away.
Got to find just the right position so that from the window here, in between the window, I can see the scoreboard and at the same time shift to the left and see the play. So the Warriors with a 2nd and 4 after that personal foul penalty against West Albany. Here is the snap that will be to Taman Provatsky. That's what we were talking about just a moment ago. There are 2 people in the shotgun formation, both of whom could receive the snap. Riley Wessel and Taman Provatsky are side by side. And Taman was the one who took the snap that time and gains across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down and about 3.
Right away, Ray, the first couple of minutes here, really impressed with the Bulldog defense, their speed. Everyone's flying the ball. They have a knack right now for knowing where the Warriors are going to go.
Those golden helmets really reflect the lights here at West Albany High School. The snap is to Riley West. No, I think that was 32.
That was Taman.
It is Taman Provatsky.
And he's short of the first down, Ray. 4th and less than a yard. But actually 2. They moved the ball back.
So 4th down and on their own side of the field. Would the Warriors be bold enough maybe to try at a 4th and 1? You would think not. But we shall find out here as they call it a timeout.
Timeout for measurement, Ray. This is well short of the first down. Not sure why they're measuring.
It appears to be from here, although not the best ability to get an angle on that ball. It appears that it will be short. R.J. Armstrong and Associates, masters of underground and excavation work for individuals or commercial business. R.J. Armstrong's number 451-4286. I doubt that you can remember the number. Just remember what they do. And if you need anything in the way of underground work, excavation work, give them a call. R.J. Armstrong and Associates. The number would be in the book.
And we're going to find out here if the Warriors are going to go for it, Ray. It appears as though they're lining up in an offensive formation here.
Just a little bit short, and they will go for it. The snap taken by Wessel, and he will be stopped in the backfield. And the Warriors give the ball up. They turn it over, and West Albany will have excellent field position to start the night, and that's something they don't need with the ability of their running backs. The 44-yard line just inside the 45. The Warrior 45 is where the West Albany Bulldogs will start their first possession. Well, that was bold, but if it doesn't work, you say, what a bad choice that was.
Yes, it's a high risk, but here goes the Bulldog offense.
Here is the handoff to Lacoste. He gets to the outside of the 40. Look out, 30, 25, cuts inside. Holy, jumping up and down. Martha, touchdown. Touchdown. Oh, give me a break.
Just sweep left, Ray. Just toss, sweep left.
44 yards and a touchdown for Jake Lacoste. Some smiles on the faces of several people in here tonight, including one whose attention I'm trying to get at the far end.
That would be your son.
Oh, my goodness. He went to the outside, and he has speed in addition to really strength. They talk about his strength and his ability to cut this year, but it was simply his speed to get to the outside and a nice cut downfield at about the 10. Kick is up well into the night, and it's 7-0. I mentioned a few years back, Brother Anthony scored on about a 60-yard run, first play from scrimmage, and that wound up an embarrassing evening. Tonight, the younger man, the younger Lacoste, Jake, scores on the first play from scrimmage, but only 44 yards. That's nothing. The extra point is good. 9:32 remaining in the opening quarter. 7-0 West. We'll be back.
You will come out a winner at Power Honda. Their talented staff will show you how easy it is to get the vehicle you want and the payment you need. Check out mypowerhonda.com. Call 928-0122 or just go in to Power Honda, Highway 20 east of I-5 in Albany, your Honda superstore.
Making life easier and more productive, that's what Lynn Benton Tractor can do for you. And it all begins by discovering how the full line of Kubota equipment can help.
Lynn Benton Tractor, we're still doing business the American way.
Highway 99E, Tangent.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Well, you can only smile. This is a success of that first run. After we built him up in the pregame, first play from scrimmage, 44-yard run, touchdown. Jake Lacoste did a great job of going to the left and simply using his speed to get outside. But he had a great cutback from the left sideline to the middle of the field to get him the last 10 yards and the touchdown. And left a Warrior defender in the dust.
It was pretty simple, Ray. The Warriors thought it was going to be a run right up the middle just to start the game, but he broke it out to the outside like it was looked like a sweep.
Here's the kickoff from the natural position this time, so it will be a good one. Matt Wiest has a good foot, even back at the 20. The last time where they had to kick after a penalty to start the game, he put a good boot into it, and this one goes into the end zone, and the Warriors will take over at the 20-yard line.
Now let's see if the Warriors will come back with a more conventional look on offense here, Ray, with eyes in the back formation. They're probably just seeing what West Albany would do. Yep, there we go. A normal veer look, triple option.
Work under center with backs in the eye. And the handoff bursting ahead is Taman Pravatsky to about the 25-yard line.
I believe that might be 35. Tim Farrell up the gut for the Warriors.
Who was it that was a quarterback? It is C.J. Hargis. It's number 18, C.J. Hargis. So he is in as the quarterback. Again, Brandon Marquez is injured, and he is out for the season, and D.J. Knuth out at least for the week. And that's your key running back and your starting quarterback. This is a tough game in which to go to backups for the first time. A loss on that play as Matt Tracy takes the handoff, and he will lose yardage back to the 20. And the Warriors are in trouble again, actually beyond, well, no, they'll say right at the 20. I thought maybe behind the 20, but no gain on the play.
Matt Tracy almost lost the ball in that exchange, Ray. That's why I had that sigh there for a moment. I thought the ball was on the ground, but he recovered it. 3rd and long for Lebanon.
Warriors will send a receiver left, a receiver to the right as C.J. Hargis is under center. He has his backs in the eye. He will go back to throw. He looks out here. He can't find anyone, and he will be brought down in the backfield. And this time they do lose a couple of yards, and it'll be 4th and 12. Not only an impressive offensive series on one play and a touchdown, but 2 impressive defensive stances for West Albany, including one where the Warriors went for a first down in their own territory at the 44, a 4th and 1, and was stuffed. And then Lacoste went 44 yards on the first play for the touchdown. And the Warriors will need to punt. Standing on his own 5-yard line The kick will take a good bounce, but bounces to West Albany. Picking it up is T.J. Valenzuela, who will carry across the 50. Took it at about his own 45. Brings it up to the 50, maybe just into Warrior territory. And that's where West Albany will begin their second possession of the night.
Penalty flag on the play coming in late, Ray. I'm not sure if this is against Lebanon or not. It might have been right in the area of face mask. So as Valenzuela was going down to the ground.
They point Lebanon's way, and it looks like it will be a face mask.
Yeah. So that'll tack on another 15 yards to help West Albany. You don't need to help West Albany anymore than to do that.
That'll take the ball down to the 31-yard line where they will start over for the second series of the night. 7 minutes, 39 seconds remaining. No rain here tonight. Good, healthy wind blowing out in that field. But much better conditions than it looked like there would be earlier today. It looked like it would really be a mess. Here's a handoff to Jake, who dances his way for a couple of yards this time and does go up the middle and does pick up some yardage inside the 30. They'll put the ball at, again, we're guessing because there are no yard markers in between the numbers, but at about the 27.5-yard line. Pick up of maybe 4 on the play, second down and 6. They will put in 2 tight ends. Lacoste will get the handoff, and the Warriors stop him cold. Nothing doing on that play. Third down and 6 coming up. If he got back to the line of scrimmage, probably will give him the line of scrimmage. That's 2 good plays.
Tim Farrell in on the stop along with Jake May and a couple other Warriors. So that's good to see. It'll be interesting to see, Ray, how many players are in the box. You always hear about that defensive and offensive box. You might see 8, maybe 9 players at times trying to stop this option run here.
They will go for the eye. Bad snap picked up by Lahota. He goes back to throw. Throws complete to Jake Lacoste on the far side of the field, but he will be brought down instantly. No gain there. In fact, back close to the initial line of scrimmage, perhaps a loss of a yard on the play, and it will be 4th down coming up. The Warriors really showing gumption here on the second possession for West Albany. Obviously much better.
Yes, well, definitely 4-down territory. I don't think West Albany has a field goal kicker that has the range to be in the mid-40s, a 45-yard kick here, Ray, so they're going to go for it. Big key moment here in the game for the Warriors to gain momentum, get the ball back. 4th and 8. This time the receivers will be split to the left, backs in the eye.
Lahota will roll out here. He wants to throw. Throws long. It's going to be short, and it will be intercepted by Matthew Tracy. It will be in the end zone. It'll be brought out to the 20. He's down. He may have hurt himself after that interception as he landed hard on one of his legs. Brandon Marquez with an interception last week, a diving interception in which he dove forward, and then a couple of players landed on top of him. I think also that ball, when he hit his arm against the turf, he injured his shoulder and is out for the season. That Matt Tracy is limping because he injured his leg on that interception, but the Warriors will come out to the 21st and 10.
And he had 2 interceptions last week and 1 that was called back, Ray, after a penalty. So that's a key. Hopefully he can get back into the game.
1st down and 10 for the Warriors. Whoever that ball carrier is, he does pay the price. It's Tim Farrell, and Tim did not get back to the 20. Well, they say yes, he did. In fact, they'll give him just
that's gracious.
Skosh past the 20.
A skosh, yes. A skosh is just enough.
When he fell to the wet ground, he was back inside the 20 at about the 18. 2nd down, backs in the eye. C.J. Hargis, the quarterback, steps back, wants to throw. Throws in the backfield. Look out, he is complete. The lateral is complete, but the Warriors will not get back to the line of scrimmage. And Taman Pravatsky was the receiver. That was dangerous because it was a lateral, meaning behind the quarterback, and it was bobbled by Taman.
I think we can pretty much determine right now, Ray, 7 minutes in this game, the defense for West Albany is extremely quick. So if I'm the Warriors, I don't want to start any of our offense behind the line of scrimmage because it is almost an instant loss.
3rd down and 11. Loss of a yard on that play. 3rd of 11. Warriors with their 3rd possession, still not able to move the ball tonight. And here's a play to the left side that will gain a couple of yards.
That might be Luke Rapay, I think, on that counter play, Ray. They ran that counter play that they did a little over a month ago.
I asked last week why we hadn't seen it in a few weeks. It was very successful, so they go to it early, and they do pick up a couple of yards, but they're deep in the hole at 4th and 7. 4th and 7, and obviously a kicking situation. Is that, I can't see the numbers, is that Tim Pravatsky?
Tim Farrell. Yes, it is.
Tim Farrell backed upon low snap, but he picks it up. No big rush. He has time and kicks it high. Taken by T.J. Valenzuela. Put on a good move. A flag comes down, and Valenzuela still on his feet at the 50, the 45, the 40, 35, 30. He'll go all the way, but wait for the flag. I think we're going to get a block.
This is coming back here, Ray. There's a Warrior down, too.
There is a Warrior.
Received the ball.
There is a Warrior down right where that flag was, and I think we'll get a block in the back.
Yeah.
And that will come back, although Valenzuela broke through the line of the Warriors in an incredible run, as he should have been stomped on their side of the field. He brought it all the way back from the 41-yard line, 59 yards to the end zone.
Against the Bulldogs on the return.
It's definitely coming back.
I mean, he just kept going. There were a couple tackles that he broke early on in that run, Ray. But penalty yardage already being tacked on early. That's at least 40-plus yards against the Bulldogs. That'll help the Warriors.
So instead of being 13-0 and in the end zone, they'll start from their own 31-yard line. I didn't see the official indication. Was it a block in the back?
It was a block in the back. Right about where the ball, I mean, there was a Warrior that was right on Valenzuela, and he got blocked right past him.
That Warrior who was down was all right. He's not hurt badly. Here's Lacoste, makes his way, weaves to the outside, picks up a first down. He's down the side. Look out, 45-yard line. It will cross into Warrior territory. I think they will give him just across midfield. Again, a good job of getting to the outside and then weaving his way through some defenders. He is fast, and they say he is very strong. He's used his speed so far for his big gains.
Well, last year the Warriors did about as good as anybody could last year. It held him to 82 yards, but the Warriors had much better team speed on the defensive side. So far, it's not showing.
Out of bounds much sooner than I thought at the 47, their own 47. Lacoste weaves his way through some traffic, and there is an ankle tackle and a touchdown-saving tackle
by Tim Farrell. His jersey is already ruffled up.
That one saved a touchdown. I'm sure he would have burst through that last few defenders for the touchdown. He had weaved his way across the 45-yard line. I don't know if they will call for the chains. They did one time tonight. I would think this one would be close enough to warrant it. No? That's surprising when you look across the field. I guess they can see that it is short enough. 2nd and less than 1 for the first down. Lahota will go back. He wants to throw. Does throw out here and has a man complete. And that will be 23, 24.
Jackson Soto.
That's Jackson Soto. Jackson Soto and Anthony Thompson will be the two receivers that, if they pass the ball tonight, Soto may be the favorite receiver. Thompson is close with him in receptions during the year. A good pass. I thought for a moment it was going to be intercepted. I couldn't grab the number of the Warrior defender, but it looked like he was going to step in front and make the interception. He did not. Pass was complete down to the 30-yard line. Lahota back to throw, throwing the end zone for Jake Lacoste. Dropped by Jake. Jake in the end zone, and a nice pass by Lahota. And Jake simply lost it off his hands. That was a touchdown pass. Incomplete.
That was right in the hands of, did you say Lacoste? I had number 22.
It is 22.
Brendan Breslin. Brendan Breslin, 6'2", 200-pound receiver. Good size.
And I apologize. I just don't have the eyes to pick up numbers that quickly, especially in the lights and the distance. It's been a difficulty the last couple of years. Here's Jake Lacoste. No difficulty in picking up that number. Cuts back to the inside. Is to the 20. Inside the 20. And that should be enough for another Warrior, or rather a Bulldog first down. And it is. They'll be inside the 20, a first down. So they have a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage, 44 yards by Jake Lacoste. They had a 59-yard run back of a punt that was called back. They had a touchdown that was dropped. What should have been a touchdown dropped by
timeout
by Brendan.
I think it's taken by Lebanon.
And now a first down across the 20 with a timeout on the field. With the timeout on the field, we'll stay here and remind you, for over 50 years, Mega Foods has been offering the best quality and taste more than just a supermarket, also a good neighbor, Mega Foods in Albany and in Lebanon. 7-0, 2:31. At least the Warriors are running some time off the clock because West Albany is used to putting a lot of points on the board. They've had a running clock in a couple of games this year. That means up by 40 points after the half.
Well, you can see how the Lacoste brothers have had success, Ray. It takes a total team effort, everyone blocking on that last play right there, and even during the touchdown, the receivers for West Albany doing a great job on the outside, at least keeping the Warriors entertained so that Lacoste can get upfield. And it takes a complete team effort to do that. West Albany on the move, just inside the Warrior 20 right now, up 7.
Brendan Bissell and Jackson Soto are the two receivers, split to the left. Backs in the eye. They'll put Soto in motion. Lahota will hand off to Jake Lacoste. He's got Soto as a blocker. He goes to the right side, cuts around Soto, has a good block and makes his way down close to the end zone, but short. Ball comes out.
And a penalty flag, a hold coming to West Albany.
But rolls out of bounds.
So the Warriors are doing a good job, Ray, of at least one guy getting in the way of Lacoste, and then the Bulldogs compound the problem by holding or trying to keep that Warrior from getting to Jake. Wow, this is over 50 yards in this first quarter.
Instead of being down right at the goal line, and then they would have been down at about the 2-yard line, the ball will come back to the 27, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. 1st and 17 is what they have on the board. 1st and 17 from the 27.
That was a spot foul.
The initial line of scrimmage was the 20. Jake Lacoste will be the lone back in the backfield this time, is under center, and he will take a handoff, go straight up the middle, and he's hit quickly. Twice tonight he's tried to go up the middle, and the Warriors have been there quickly to bring him down. No gain on that play, and it'll be a 3rd down and long coming up.
Boy, Taman Pravosky, that might be a most valuable play of the game right there, Ray. A tackle for loss on Lacoste. That maybe, well, actually, they're going to give him no gain. I thought he was tackled in the backfield, but no gain.
2nd down and 17. As Lacoste again is the lone back. Lakota will go back to throw, and he throws toward the end zone. It'll be incomplete. It was thrown short this time.
I think that's Breslin again.
A couple of Warrior defenders were there, and one of them almost got his hands on that ball. It's incomplete. It'll be a 3rd and 17 coming up from the Warrior 27 with 1:46 remaining in the first quarter. 7-0 West. Nice crowd here tonight. In fact, they sell the seats now by the numbers. When you come in, you can't just find your own spot. You have to buy a ticket. I don't know if you come in early enough whether you can ask them for the best ticket in the house, but they have the seats all numbered now because football, Friday night football here has become so popular at West. Here is a handoff as they will go up the middle on 3rd down, and a late flag will come in. They will gain not to the initial line of scrimmage, still short about the 22, so it'll be a 4th and 12 coming up, but there's a flag on the field. It was a late flag, personal foul, helmet to helmet by the Warriors, and that one will cost them.
That was very late too, Ray. It looked like the play had already finished, and then a late flag came all the way from the back judge, 20 yards away. Going to hurt the Warriors, give them an automatic 1st down.
They had the Bulldogs in a 4th and long situation. It looked like maybe they could get a stop on a possession that after the punt was run back 59 yards. It looked like that would be a touchdown. Then there was a throw to the end zone that Brendan Breslin dropped that could have been a touchdown. It looked like the Warriors might stop them cold, but now they will bring the ball out to the 11-yard line where it will be 4th and 1. 4th and 1. And the whistle blows, and let's see if this will be against West.
I think it's a timeout on West.
The timeout called before the play. So let's take a timeout here. 1:23 remaining in the first quarter. 7-0 West, but they'll have it 4th and 1 from the 11 when we come back on KGAL.
Albany Burgerville is celebrating 50 years of serving customers fresh, great-tasting food with a mission to serve with love. Pick up a Burgerville card now and earn rewards cash for every dollar spent. See store for details. Stop by Burgerville after the game. Order a famous Tillamook cheeseburger. Open 7 a.m. to midnight Fridays.
It's that time again. Les Schwab's Fall Tire Sale, our biggest sale of the year. Come in and get great deals on some of our most popular tires. But hurry, the Fall Tire Sale ends October 31st. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
1580 KGAL.
After the timeout, back here with a 4th and 1, a key play with 1:23 remaining in the first quarter, 7-0 West. But the Warriors will have been very fortunate to hold them to 7 points in a quarter if they can stop them. But 4th and 1, you would think you know who will get the ball, but they do have backs in the eye. They will hand off to Jake Lacoste, who will burst forward for a first down. He'll be inside the 5-yard line. It'll be a 1st and goal. Well, that'd be awfully tough to stop him. He was the deep back, gets ahead of steam to the line of scrimmage, and easily picks up the first down.
And someone, luckily, he was bursting through. Someone grabbed a jersey. It was a jersey tackle, if I've ever seen one, Ray, and saved it. But they're just a mere 7 yards away from a touchdown. Hope the Warriors can hold.
They are behind a post. I can't see it, but it's Lacoste who bursts up the middle, and he's got the touchdown. Jake Lacoste gets the touchdown, and it's 13-0. So it took a while. They were denied twice. Once after seemingly running the punt back 59 yards, and another time on a long, what appeared to be a touchdown pass, but was dropped. It just took them a little longer, but they get there, and with 1:04 remaining in the first quarter, 2 touchdowns for Jake Lacoste, 13-0, and Matt Wiest, who is a strong kicker. He's shown it on the kickoffs tonight, and also on the first extra point, puts it up here high and deep into the West Albany night, and it's good. 14-0. 14-0 first quarter with 1 minute and 4 seconds remaining. We'll take another timeout. 14-0 West on KGAL.
Hi, I'm Dave Wood, President and CEO of Willamette Community Bank. We are proud to support our local high school sports, music, and scholastic programs. Be part of the team and get behind our schools and our future leaders. Willamette Community Bank, service like no other, we promise. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Good, tasty food. That's why Bing's Kitchen has been a lunch and dinner favorite for over 40 years. Choose Chinese or American meals that can satisfy the entire family or a gathering of up to 40 people on the South Santiam Highway in Lebanon. Choose Bing's Kitchen, where the food simply tastes best.
We're Linco Federal Credit Union. Keep your money in Linn County with Linco Federal Credit Union. Enjoy a visit with one of our friendly staff at a neighborhood branch near you today. Linco Federal Credit Union in Albany, Lebanon, and Sweet Home. In Linn, you're in.
Family owned and operated since 1979, Crabtree Auto stresses the small stuff when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. An oil change every 3,000 miles is a small thing now, but adds up to big rewards down the road. Crabtree Auto's ASE certified technician can help your vehicle maintain its reliability beyond 200,000 miles. Crabtree Auto on Hill Street, just south of 9th in Albany.
KGAL.
West Albany about to kick off, and the ball at the 40-yard line. Matt Wiest said has a good foot. He's put a couple of kicks deep. This one will be a lower kick and a line drive that will bounce at the 20. Picked up at the 10-yard line, 20, 25, 30, 40. A good return. On the play, Taman Pravatsky will bring it back to the 40-yard line. That's where the Warriors will start. Took a nice bounce to him, Rob, and gave him a little forward motion when he picked that ball up.
Yeah, didn't have a lot of hang time, too, so that doesn't give the coverage team for West Albany to get down there in a hurry. So good start for the drive for the Warriors right at their own 40-yard line. They need to start getting some first downs and get some positive plays going towards their Bulldog end zone here.
Took that ball inside the 15, bursts forward, and picks up good yardage to the 40, about a 25-yard return, first down and 10 from the shotgun. Rolling out is Riley Wessel, and Riley will pick up a couple of yards on the left side of the field. So they went back to that formation they were using in that first drive of Riley Wessel, and a couple of backs standing side by side. Whoever gets the snap.
Penalty flag on the play, personal foul, chop block against the Warrior offensive line. It's illegal chop block, Ray. There were two Warriors. One was engaged on top. The other one went low. You cannot do that.
We have seen, oh, I'm going the wrong way with the sound. Turn that up a little bit. We have seen a lot of penalty flags tonight. We really have not had games where I would say there was truly a plethora of flags, but that's been the case tonight. There's been an abundance of flags.
Flag-happy officiating crew so far. It's been a long first quarter, that's for sure.
And I suppose that depends on the players on the field as to the number of flags, but they're really throwing the flags with frequency, flag frequency here this evening. 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter with that penalty. 1st and 24 for the Warriors. This time the snap will go to Taman Pravatsky, who goes straight forward across the 30 to about the 31, a pickup of 6 or 7 on the first down, and a second of down and about 18 for the Warriors. The Warriors have not really been able to move well yet tonight. We'll tell you again, DJ Knuth is out at least for the week. Brandon Marquez, their starting quarterback. Knuth, the running back, truly the threat, the long-distance threat for the Warriors, is out, and Brandon Marquez, the starting quarterback, sidelined for the season. Here's C.J. Hargis back under center, and C.J. will keep on this one, fakes the handoff, keeps over the 35, but they'll still be well short of the initial line of scrimmage here, about 5 yards short of the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 15 when we come back. That's the end of the first quarter. A couple of touchdowns for West. It could have been worse, but it is 14-0 after one quarter. West on top. Bulldogs and Warriors tonight on KGAL.
Has your stove lost its heat? Is your fridge or freezer no longer cold? Does your washer leave soap in your clothes, or has your dryer stopped tumbling? Then who are you going to call? Like New Appliance at 259-1131, of course. Like New Appliance, where every appliance shines like new.
You'll always get your money's worth where the food is fresh and original at Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant in Lebanon. Roberto and his staff will provide a fun and affordable dining experience. So visit Ixtapa on the corner of Highway 20 and Wheeler Street, where parking is convenient and the atmosphere is sweet.
The short drive to Corvallis will save you time and money. This is Steve Buckner from Wilson Motors, inviting you to experience the notable difference at Wilson Motors, 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis. Check us out at saveatwilson.com.
Lynn Lane's in Lebanon, home of the best burger in town.
The place to bowl is Lynn Lane's Bowling Center on South Main Road in Lebanon. And the people are real nice. And the Head Pin restaurant, I'd go there even if the bowling alley wasn't attached.
Good family fun. Bowling.
KGAL.
3rd and 15 as C.J. Hargis makes his way through some traffic. It looked like he might be stopped in the backfield. He'll pick up good yardage, but it still will be short of the first down by about 5 yards, and still in Warrior territory at their own 45. In their first possession tonight from their own 44, they went for it on a 4th and 1, but at a 4th and 5 from their 45, I think they learned their lesson.
And we have a new punter in the game for the Warriors. I'm trying to get a number on that punter right now, Ray. We'll be able to see here in just a moment. Warriors look disorganized, out of whack right now.
T.J. Valenzuela stands at his own 20-yard line, and the kick will bounce to him, and he will pick it up on one hop, and he'll be flattened. No, he will not. He evades the first tackler, and now he's in trouble, however, and he does get a couple of yards, and he's still in his feet. Look out, he's at the 40. 45, he breaks outside. It's going to be a race, and he may win it. 20, and he is on his way to the end zone. Touchdown. What a run by T.J. Valenzuela, who was denied a 59-yard run earlier because of a penalty. This time, no flags on the field.
There is a flag on the field, but I think it's going to go against the Warriors, Ray. West Albany is sending out their PAT team out there, but I think there was a false start for the Warriors.
An 80-yard return as that ball bounced to him. Maybe he stepped forward to about the 21 or 22 when he took it. And it is a touchdown. Let's give him 78. 78 yards sound fair on the touchdown? Look up at Scott, who's on his phone.
78, that sounds good.
The Warriors broke through, and it looked like they were going to stuff him quickly because there was someone right in front of him, and he took a sidestep, evaded that defender, and then got around a couple of others, broke down the left sideline, and outran the linebacker linebackers for the Warriors for the touchdown. 20-0, and again, Matt Wiest, who has been excellent on those kicks, and that one looks good. The other side to our right at this time. 10 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A 78-yard touchdown return by T.J. Valenzuela. Boy, I guess you don't want to kick his way tonight.
Well, I tell you what, Ray, the most frustrating part about that play was poor tackling by the Warrior defense, because there were at least 3 or 4 missed tackles. And although it was a great run by the young Valenzuela, it was because he was not wrapped up in a proper technical way the Warriors should be doing right now. So it was a great run. But 21-0 hole. And at this point, Ray, with the luck that the Warriors had last week, you just don't want any injuries to happen, because the depth chart is really thinning down. We've already seen Matt Tracy go down. Saw another Warrior go down a few series ago. And this is a pretty physical game so far, with illegal chop blocks and holding penalties. So Warriors just need to try to get that clock moving and try to get some momentum going into next week against Dallas.
78-yard punt return, had a 59-yarder called back, and both of those runs were really well done. In both cases, it looked like he'd be trapped immediately after receiving the ball, and both times outran defenders, and some beautiful moves by T.J. Valenzuela. He is their backup running back, too, to Jake Lacoste. As the Bulldogs get set to kick off, 10:55 remaining in the second quarter, 21-0 now. As the Bulldogs kick off, it'll be a short one, little pooch kick that'll be taken at the 30, 35-yard line and brought back by, I believe, Keontae Davis. It will be at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Warriors again. As Scott points out, no first down for the Warriors yet in the ball game. The defense of the Bulldogs has been stalwart, and they have been able to move the ball easily on offense as well, and the result is a 3-touchdown deficit here in the second quarter. Would you credit 78 yards on that touchdown? 78 yards on the touchdown sound good? Just check with Scott.
And he is the final say, because he is the stat man Carruthers.
He is, and he knows precisely where that ball is touched. First down. Warriors, C.J. Hargis. Hands off to the deep back, and it's going to be Taman Pravatsky, I believe, who takes it. No, it's Braden Childress, number 3. There was no 2 at the end. Braden Childress in the game with his first carry of the night. He carries across the 35 to about the 36, maybe the gain of a yard, maybe a little bit more. 2nd down and 9.
And the young man that just tackled him, Ray, was the guy who just scored the touchdown for West Albany, J.T. Valenzuela, with a nice form tackle. So Warriors at least gain a yard there, trying to get their first down here in the second quarter.
Warriors with the receiver left and right for 2 backs. C.J. Hargis first fakes the first handoff, and then I believe it's Keontae Davis coming around. Let's see, unless it's
Luke might be 43.
Is it Luke Rapay? 43. It's a 43. So Luke Rapay on the end around that counter play, and picks up some good yardage. Perhaps one of the better plays of the night, out to about the 43. But the Warriors with a 3rd and 3 coming up. 3rd and 3, still needing their first down of the night. Let's see if they can pick it up here. Backs in the eye for C.J. Hargis. Almost a jump, and they will call. A flag comes down. Let's see whether West was drawn offsides. They did jump, a couple of backs, but it looked like they got back. And it's against the Warriors.
It's a illegal procedure penalty against the...
So the Warriors will lose 5, and that makes it 5 yards tougher. 3rd down and 8. Can they pick up a first down? Even 3rd and 3 was questionable against the Bulldog defense. 3rd and 8.
The Warriors just need to be more physical, Ray. I'm just not seeing the physicality that you normally see from the Warrior offensive line. You need to push people back and create some holes. It's been awfully tough so far.
From their 37-yard line, back to throw as C.J. Hargis throws out here and throws it up in the air, and unable to grab it. Cannot come down with it, as it's Tyler Hull. Is that a name?
Yes.
We haven't called yet.
Yes, it is. Tyler Hull. He's a transfer from SIO. Talk about a program that's had success.
SIO.
The Loggers.
5'8", 150-pound junior, unable to reach it. C.J. Hargis put it up in the air hoping that Hull could run under it. He made a good effort but could not come up with it. So the Warriors faced with a 4th and 8, still lack of first down and kicking from the 21-yard line, punting. The ball will drop, and this time TJ will let it roll, and that's the best thing the Warriors can get at this point.
That's Josh Alley, number 4, Ray, that's done the punting the last 2 times for the Warriors. So nice punt by Josh to punt away from JT.
Good move. And the Bulldogs will start deep in their own territory. In fact, the ball rolled out at the 20, so it's first down and 10 from the 20. 9:06 remaining, first half, 21-0 West. We invite you to enjoy your favorite delectable candies from Victorian Chocolate Company. Pick them up at the bright purple building near Ralston Park in Lebanon, or order them online at victorian-chocolate.com. Back to throw, Cody LaHoda chased out of the pocket. He throws out here. He has Brendan Breslin. He escapes one tackler on his feet at the 30. Will get the first down, 35, 37-yard line, and knocked out of bounds. Several people. Valenzuela's done a nice job of evading tacklers. Great lateral move. Jake Lacoste, of course, and that time, Brendan Breslin, after that reception, did a great move of faking out his defender and picking up the first down and good yardage. Out to the 38, first and 10.
But another missed tackle by the Warriors, Ray, that could have saved them another 9, maybe 10 yards there, but the Bulldog was able to wrestle away from the Warrior and gain another 9 yards on the play. So West Albany on the move.
Cody LaHoda under center, and the whistle blows here. Let's see what the
Warriors are
is this
pointing at West Albany for some reason.
One of those na-na-na-na-na moves.
Yeah, it really was.
They did it. They did it. And it is procedure against.
Good call by the Warrior up
West
D-line.
So 5 yards. It'll be a first and 15. The Warriors' best friend tonight in the game has been the flag. And I know we saw it when Scott and I did a game a couple of weeks ago. I think we were gone for that one. I remember commenting the Warriors' best friend that night was the flag on defense. That might have been at Woodburn in that back and forth game until the Warriors really controlled the game late in the second half.
Oh, the whole line moved that time, Ray.
Just a little bit of movement.
Just a little bit. Some excited players out there. Let's put it that way.
It'll be a first and 20 as West is going back near the concession stand. Looks like they're going close enough so they would be in line to order something from the concession stand, which would still be to the side here behind us, but there's a sidewalk that leads around to it. They'll be able to look right down that sidewalk and order something. First down and 20 from the 29-yard line. They'll try again. Cody LaHoda. Hands off. And this time it is not Jake Lacoste. It is Jake in the backfield. Pardon me. Jake Lacoste does take the handoff, and he'll go out to about the 35-yard line. Just a little shy of the 35.
Nice job by the Warriors' interior defense there of keeping Lacoste from gaining any more yardage there. Good tackling.
Jake's big runs tonight have been when he's been able to get to the outside. Yardage up the middle has been much tougher. But it is a second and 14 after a pickup of 6. LaHoda, play action. Escapes one tackler in the backfield, will not escape another one. Does throw out here, tries for Lacoste, and Lacoste cannot grab it. A dangerous pass, but it was in the hands of Lacoste, who couldn't grab it. But Lacoste was also in the hands of Jacob Gillette, who was about to wrap him up. But it's incomplete.
Fletcher Bellinger was in on the initial pressure there, number 2. And also Blake Warren applying some pressure. Cody LaHoda did a nice job of getting rid of that ball, but you're right, Ray, that was a high-risk pass. Brings up 3rd and long, something that we probably, hopefully, can say a little bit more tonight if the Warriors tighten up their defense.
That ball in traffic was dangerous if he hadn't put it on the hands of Jake Lacoste, but it was a good throw by Cody LaHoda. Cody fakes a handoff here and throws this time, and it is complete to Matt Suit,
number 90,
who was tripped up at the 35-yard line. And it will be a 4th down. Can you believe it? The punter is coming on the field for West Albany. We should stand and applaud.
And who is it? Let's see. It's a mystery. Who?
Looks like Brendan Breslin.
Yes, it is.
We'll go back to do the kicking for West on a 4th and 13. They didn't run the ball with Lacoste. that time on the third down. Brendan Breslin stands at his own 20 where he will punt here. 6:49, 6:48 clock running. Good snap. And a good kick that will bounce at the 40 and then be picked up by West.
Fortunate bounce for the Warriors. It bounced backwards.
A nice stop, though, by one of the Bulldogs. Let's see who that was. I believe it was Brian Garcia. It bounced to him. Looked like it was going to take a good roll for the Warriors, but he stopped it pretty quickly. 40-yard line is where it will be a first down and 10 for the Warriors, their own 40, still lacking a first down in the game with 6:41 remaining in the second quarter.
That's amazing, but they're building on a little bit of momentum here with the defense getting the Warrior offense the ball back in good field position. Maybe the Warriors can get a score before the end of the first half.
It's Riley Wessel on the direct snap here, and he picks up the first down of the night and a saving tackle. He got to the outside and might have had a lot more yardage except for a saving tackle on the far side of the field, but it'll be a first down inside Bulldog territory and at the 44-yard line.
And Riley Wessel showing some nice speed there for the Warriors on the outside. Nice blocking by the Warriors offensive line. Best play of the night.
Lines up a little bit shy of what would be the normal shotgun position, but it's shotgun in that it's not a snap. Here comes the ball to Riley, and he will try a right side again. Gets a good block and has another good run, and two successive good runs down to the 37-yard line. It will be about a 2nd and 4. Twice in a row they ran that play with two backs, Riley Wessel, and who's alongside him? Is it Farrell?
Taman Pravatsky, number 32.
And they can snap to either one. That's the question that the defense must answer. To whom will they snap the ball? And Riley has taken the last two, gone to the right side behind some good blocking and picked up good yardage. One for a first down. And the last one they will save for 8. 2nd and 2 from the 36. Warriors trailing 21-0, but on the move first time tonight. And a handoff from Riley Wessel.
Wiley.
Back. We're going to have him as Wiley by the end of the night.
Wiley Coyote.
As Tim Farrell took that handoff and simply dove forward a little shy of the first down, maybe picked up about a yard. So 3rd and 1, 5:21 remaining. It is windy down there.
It is. Look at those flags. I noticed that too just a few seconds ago.
And once again, they will line up in that formation. Side by side, Taman Pravatsky and Wessel, who will take the snap. Looking for a block. He's got the first down as he goes forward again to the right side, which has been working for him. Third time he will travel that way. So we'll just put our beloved crowd microphone back in the window there. Somebody
might not be the last time that gets knocked around.
Somebody just came by and hit it. First down.
Nice job by the Warriors. Riley making a nice read there, just waiting for his blocks to get in front of him, and the Warriors are on their best drive, moving the ball forward here.
From the 33-yard line, first down and 10 for the Warriors. Can they put some points on the board? This time they will go to the traditional under center, but the flag comes down, and it's movement on the Warriors.
Yeah, I think
that will cost them 5.
I think it was in the backfield, Ray. I think Taman might have fell forward, anticipating the count.
Warriors 5-yard penalty, illegal procedure.
1st and 15, as the ball will be back at the 37, 38-yard line. Again, no individual yard markers, right in between the 35 and the 40. And a 1st and 15. Receivers to the right, to the left, under center. Wessel, and he is hit immediately. Let's see if that is Riley Wessel. When they've been under center tonight, they have brought in C.J. Hargis, but it is Riley Wessel who took that snap and was stopped immediately, and it'll be a 2nd and 15.
Yeah, that was just a great defensive play by the Bulldogs, getting penetration in the backfield. They've done that quite a bit tonight. And C.J. was looking to hand off, but luckily he was able to maintain possession, Ray. I thought the ball was going to come out on the ground, but the Warriors, no gain.
2nd down and 15. Back to throw and hit before he can throw. It'll be a one-step drop and then a long drop to the turf for C.J. Hargis. As West Albany just burst through the center of that line, he took a step back and went to raise that ball to throw, and he was smashed to the ground. Good thing he held on to that ball.
Steely Smith, number 55. Ray, how about that first name? Steely. That's a good stout football name, isn't it? 6'3", 220-pound defensive lineman. Looked like he had a chokehold on the quarterback, almost.
Ball back at the 40.
Wow.
It should be a 3rd and 13. Boy, he did not have any time to do anything except to get hit. C.J. Hargis is under center. He will pitch the ball. Braden Childress, and he is stopped in the backfield for a big loss, this time inside the 35. They might give him to the 35 with forward progress if he's lucky, but he got stopped quickly on the pitch, maybe took 2 or 3 steps and was hit. The West Albany defense rises to the occasion again. Warriors finally get a first down. And they are stopped here, a 4th and 22. And they're at the 44-yard line. And let's see if they actually punt the ball here, and they do. As the kick will be taken by J.T. Valenzuela inside the 5. Goes to the outside. Look out again. Bursts through a couple of defenders. Again, still on his feet. And how did he do that one? And still goes forward at the 30. Boy, it was like that old game Pong or one of those were just bouncing off of defenders back and forth and finally stopped. A good run back from the 5 out to the 30-yard line. 25-yard return again.
Keontae Davis, number 40 for the Warriors, just, I think, had a touchdown-saving tackle there, Ray, because there was no other Warrior other than Keontae that could have stopped Valenzuela, but the Bulldogs will start at their own 30-yard line with 2:18 to go and a 21-point lead.
1st and 10. Lahota back to throw, and he's thrown a lot of times tonight. Throws out here, has a receiver. It'll be complete, and that will be Thompson. Anthony Thompson with the reception, or is it? No, Jackson Soto. Number 24, Jackson Soto with the reception. He's out to the 40, 1st down and 10. Oh, no, a little short. Will they move? Yeah, here come the chains. 1st down and 10.
Change a little slow, Ray. They're not even set yet.
No.
This is varsity football. You should be quicker than that.
They're slowly moving the chains. West is ready to go. You don't see that too often. Finally, they put the chain in place, and they already have a man in motion. Thompson, as Lahota goes back to throw, and he hands off to Lacoste. Look out, look out, look out. He's on his way to the end zone, and he will not be stopped. Touchdown. Touchdown. 60 yards on the run, Jake Lacoste. That time not right up the middle, but just off the left tackle, and a touchdown. Is there, you say, a flag?
There's a flag way across, Ray. I just looked over there near the Warrior sideline, right in front of Jim Phillips, defensive coordinator.
Yeah, right by the Warrior bench on the far side of the field, and they'll pick up that flag.
The Warriors.
Touchdown.
I didn't see the what it was for.
I don't think you bothered to indicate, Rob.
Well, Statman Crothers said sideline interference.
Oh, did they
try to make a tackle, Scott? Did the Warriors on the sideline try to make a tackle? Well, they couldn't.
How could it? He was more in the. He wasn't that near the sideline. How could you get sideline interference? What, did somebody step over the line?
Maybe a coach. It might be a coach. I saw Jim Phillips, and a couple of coaches might be too close.
Sick and tired of watching Jake Lacoste run down the field. He may have stepped on the field. Jake was not near the sideline, however. Here's the kick by Matt Wieston. Yes, it is good. Of course it is. 28-0. On a 60-yard run by Jake Lacoste. 70 was the
30-yard line was the line of scrimmage.
The 30.
Yes, sir.
So Jake Lacoste make it 70-yard run.
Oh, I stand corrected. You're correct. They did get a first down. I forgot about that first down. That was
40,
just barely.
60-yard run.
Okay.
60-yard run for Jake Lacoste. Touchdown, extra point is good. It's 28-0. We'll take a timeout with 1:48 seconds remaining. 28-0 Bulldogs.
Need tires? Hi, this is Don from Conegat Tire Factory. From lawnmowers to tractors, cars, and trucks, we have what you need. And Conegat Tire's ASE certified mechanics can help you with your brakes, shocks, struts, alignment, oil changes, and stuff you won't believe. Even propane for your barbecue and RV. Conegat Tire Factory, still at the Y in Lebanon.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, offering lunch and dinner, takeout, and catering too. Here's Bob.
Come down and visit us and try some of our hand-tossed pizzas, my friends. That's right, hand-tossed.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop in the heart of Lebanon on Oak, between Main and 2nd.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
I'm Raider Ray along with Rob Ellen, and the stat man, Scott Landgren, is here, and the stat man comes by to tell me 157 yards, 3 touchdowns for Jake Lacoste in the first half. But with 1:48 left, that's kind of a slow night for him. The kick is taken at the 35 by the Warriors, or up to the 35, taken just inside the 30. And bringing the ball back for the Warriors is Keontae Davis. Is handling the punt returns tonight for the Warriors. A couple of players injured, and I think it has certainly shown in the Warriors game this evening. 2 key players on offense, DJ Knuth, the running back, and Brandon Marquez, the quarterback. As a result, the Warriors have very little to show, no points on the board, and just one first down here in the first half as they trail 28-0, 1:44 to go, and finally come out of the huddle, ready to step up the line. Most of the time tonight, they've been on their own side of the field. They finally picked up a first down in Bulldog territory, got a penalty and put them a little deeper, but then they were stopped. C.J. Hargis back in at the quarterback. Rolls out, throws incomplete. Intended on the far side from Matthew Tracy, just shy of where the first down would be, and that would be at the 45-yard line. Ball thrown too low, incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Matt was open too, Ray. It just a little off. It looked like it was tipped too. I think number 44 for West. Get that young man's name. Gabe Stone might have got a hand in there. That ball was a little inaccurate. Off the mark. Brings up 2nd and long for the Warriors.
So the Warriors have switched their formation. They've gone under center again with C.J. Hargis back as the quarterback and 1 running back. A couple of times they've put Riley Wessel, Taman Pravatsky in the backfield. A handoff to the lone back behind C.J. Hargis, who will pick up a couple of yards across the 35. 37, Taman Pravatsky is that lone back. And will gain out to about the 37-yard line. Pickup of a couple. 3rd and long, 3rd and 8.
Timeout West Albany. Randy Nyquist maybe he's trying to put maybe another nail into the Warrior coffin if they could get the ball back with time.
Warriors in trouble again. 3rd and 8, 1:29 before the half. And they're at their own 37-yard line. Timeout for the Bulldogs. Learn how archery is a family sport at the Archery Hut in Lebanon. You'll find the Archery Hut just past the Moose Lodge on Crowfoot Road. Getting awfully close to that holiday season. There is a business in Junction City where I travel through in the morning that counts down the number of days to Christmas break. Today it stood at 62. Of course, you're getting ready for Christmas about 40 days before. That would be down to 22. If there's an archer in your family, remember anything you may possibly need, including lessons at the Archery Hut. And a reminder from your Steel and Husqvarna headquarters in the Valley, it's Cascade Outdoor Power Equipment. You'll find Cascade Outdoor Power Equipment near the airport on Airway Road in Lebanon.
You always sound like Tim Conway's character. Yes. Yes, the boss in his office talking to the lady like that.
Mr. Tetball.
Mr. Tetball.
Warriors now go to the side-by-side formation, but this time C.J. Hargis is in the backfield. He takes the snap and he throws incomplete. Pass down at about the 40-yard line of the Bulldogs, thrown well too far for any receiver. And a 4th down and 8 in the familiar position tonight will be the punt. Standing back to punt is number 4, Josh Alley, a 5'10" junior. He's been the one doing the punting this evening for the Warriors, and he's had to do it a number of times here. He will stand inside his own 25-yard line at about the 23, where he will await the snap. As we're down to 1:25 to go before the end of the half. Steps forward, has plenty of time to get away a good kick, and it will bounce into the hands of Valenzuela. Look out. Tries to get by the first couple of defenders, and he does not do it this time. Took a little bit too long as he had to do a 360-degree turn. And one of the Warrior tacklers, the first one whom he avoided, is down on the field.
That is Luke Rapay, Ray. I heard the Bulldog
he'll be
crowd.
Out.
Well, he got up. There was a collective gasp there for a moment. Of a low block there below the knees.
I believe it was Jacob Gillette who finally caught him because T.J. Valenzuela had to escape Luke Rapay, and he had to do a 360-degree turn to come back and try to reverse directions for a second time, and Jacob Gillette was able to grab him from behind. Boy, he's elusive, though. I'm surprised. You know, he's sort of their secondary running back, but we have not seen him take a handoff tonight yet, have we, number 2? No. He's returned the punts, but Lacoste has been the runner out of the backfield so far. Cody LaHoda. Hands off, and this time, let's see who gets the ball here. It is not Jake Lacoste, it's Matt Suit.
Of course.
They sent Lacoste out as a receiver that time, as he lined up initially in the backfield, and then they sent him wide to the left as a receiver. And their big man, generally in as a tight end in the formation, Matt Suit. Try to find his size here. He's 215 pounds, only 5'10". Here's a handoff up the middle. Let's see who takes this one. Gets past the initial line of scrimmage. So they're going to give, apparently, Lacoste a little bit of a rest here. Up 28-0, 59 seconds to go. He's in the game. 215 pounds, but 5'10", but he is your proverbial football tank type. He's strong.
Yes, it's not that often you get to see a number 90 running the ball regularly on any football team. So good opportunity for the Bulldogs for them to get some extra playing time at that position for Mr. Suit.
The Bulldogs take a little time to talk things over. Did they call a timeout? I didn't see the timeout indicated.
I don't think Lebanon did, Ray. The Warriors would have been happy for the clock to wind down, but I think West Albany took this timeout.
So there is a timeout on the field. We're in 59 seconds, within 59 seconds of the end of the half, 28-0. The Warriors trailing tonight. You just had the feeling it was going to be awfully tough for the Warriors, even with the presence of Brandon Marquez and DJ Knuth, which would certainly help them out offensively. No question about that. But it was still going to be a tough night as West Albany has resumed the type of power that they had a few years back when they were the state champions a couple of times and in the state championship game 3 years in succession, losing the first time at Corvallis. Here's Matt Suit again, who will be the ball carrier of choice to end the first half. Gains across the 45 out to about the 46-yard line, and it'll be around 6 yards. They'll put it at the 45, around 6 yards short of a first down. Cody LaHoda is the quarterback. He will take it. He will drop back to throw. Looking, throwing long and throwing for Lacoste, and Lacoste is carefully covered. Oh. By Ellen Ma, and a flag will come down. And will they call interference?
Yeah. I don't know about that one, Ray.
On Allen?
On Allen, a little pump. There was a little pump.
I did see that bump.
Very little pump, but Ray, it's varsity football. I mean, they're both trying to battle for the ball. He turned around at the last second.
He did. I did see that little bump, but I wasn't sure at first because it didn't look like defensive interference, whether they might go the other way with that flag as Lacoste and he bumped. But it was Allen who initiated the bump, but it wasn't much of anything. The ball was too long. It was uncatchable.
Just a couple of players battling for position, Ray,
but a first down at the Warrior 40.
To me, it almost looked like the receiver gave up on the ball, too. He slowed down.
Throw was too long. He's back again. Cody back to throw. Throws out here and throws toward the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown.
And another late flag. I don't know what this is thrown for.
A flag comes down. It's on the far side of the field, and that's where the flag come down. Let's see if there might be offensive interference pushing off in the end zone.
It could be.
I think it was Brendan Breslin who was on the far side to make that catch. It's one of the most distant spots on the field for us to see from here. But it was a touchdown and a tremendous throw. He was well covered right by the pylon, far side of the field, and he caught it. But there's a flag, and let's see where it goes.
I think it's going against Lebanon. They just talked to Cody LaHoda. I didn't see it, Ray. I'm not...
But the flag came down right at the pylon, so it had to be as a defender on the far side.
It was Matt Tracy with the coverage, Ray. And he was trying to turn around. He was, turning around in different directions trying to find the ball.
But the ball had already been caught when the flag came down. It didn't seem like there was necessity to throw the flag, even if they thought there were interference. Here's the kick by Matt Weist, and it's good, 35-0. That was a tremendous throw by Cody LaHoda. That one on the money. I mean, he was well covered by Matt Tracy, who was standing right alongside of him. Right at, as I say, the pylon on the distant side of the field, and the ball was into the hands of Brendan Breslin. What a throw by Cody LaHoda. Statman, how far was that? What was the line? Of the 40?
40-yarder.
From the 40.
Well, they tried the play earlier towards the near side. It was the same play to the other side. It was just a post route.
Just when it looked like the Warriors might be able to run the clock out here, at least before the half, it's 35-0. And I might mention that should they score the first touchdown of the second half, only 25 seconds remaining before the end of the first, if they were to score the first touchdown in the second half, it would be a running clock.
It needs to get to 45.
I thought 45
instead of 42.
45?
Yes, 45-point rule. It should be 42. I think we should change that rule.
42. I thought it was 40. That's 40.
Hell, 35.
In that case, they'll need a couple in the second half.
The penalty was tacked on the kickoff, Ray. I'm not sure. Pass interference? Wow. I've never seen that.
They'll get the kick from the Warrior 45, and it'll go deep
through the goalpost
and into the bleachers. Apparently, he got a field goal. Too bad they're on defense. They can't get
Ray. I've never seen a pass interference call that really should not have had any barring effect on, and it gets tacked on after the kickoff. It should, yeah.
No, it's strange because it came down after the catch was made.
Yeah.
I guess it's tough to throw that flag initially as you're looking at the flag, but the ball had already been caught. The receiver, Brendan Breslin, had turned towards the end zone, was celebrating in the end zone, or happy that he had the touchdown, and then the flag came down. Much later than you would assume it would on that type of play. A handoff straight ahead for the Warriors, and that pretty much will do it here for the first half. It's down to 17 seconds. We'll see if the Warriors will worry about another snap as they pick up about a yard. The Warriors in the first half truly missing DJ Knuth and Brandon Marquez with one lone first down, and that will be it as they hand off here up the middle, and a little bit of a battle will end the first half. 35-0. The Bulldogs on top after that 40-yard touchdown pass to top things off with under a minute to go. 25 seconds, as a matter of fact. The extra point added each time, 4 touchdowns, a couple of them 3 by Jake Lacoste, who had 157 yards in the first half. A 78-yard punt return by TJ Valenzuela, and a 40-yard touchdown pass, Cody LaHoda to Brendan Breslin. 5 touchdowns, 5 extra points. 35-0 at the half. We'll take this time out on KGAL.
Need some electrical work in your home or business, but it just seems like too small of a job to call the pros? No matter what the job, call City and Suburban Electric. Proud to be a contributing member of our community. City and Suburban Electric. Call 451-5609.
Lassen RV in Albany has the new RV models on the lot now, ready for you to buy. Lassen RV Service Department has a new truckload of parts and accessories on sale just in time for fall fix-up. From changing a light bulb to rebuilding your entire RV. No job is too big or too small for Lassen RV in Albany, where friends send their friends.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
You will come out a winner at Power Honda. Their talented staff will show you how easy it is to get the vehicle you want and the payment you need. Check out mypowerhonda.com. Call 928-0122 or just go in to Power Honda, Highway 20 east of I-5 in Albany, your Honda Superstore.
1580 KGAL.
Well, Rob and I were together earlier today for a program we called From the Sidelines here on KGAL. It's our Friday morning sport talk show. And afterwards, we were talking about the fact that it was going to be very tough tonight. Rob, who is we should have a program called Inside Lebanon Football each week, since Rob is close to the program with his dad as the athletic director. And Rob informed me at that time that Brandon Marquez would not play tonight. And we saw him last week holding on to the shoulder, the left shoulder. Was it a separated shoulder?
Broken collarbone.
Broken collarbone.
Yes.
Oh. That is a shame.
And he plays baseball. You know, shoulders are important in baseball. I mean, and he plays basketball too. It's really a shame. Hopefully he can get back for baseball.
Baseball?
That's what they're shooting for.
And definitely no basketball.
Definitely no basketball.
Even deep into March?
Right.
It'd be too late.
Yeah.
That is a shame. And certainly in your senior year, I mean, that's something that you recall is that senior year in sports, and you will have to suffer the rest of the football season and not be able to play in basketball as well. DJ Knuth was also injured last week. And we knew that it was going to be tough, and it was going to be tough even with those two players, given the success that Jake Lacoste has had against every team, including Silverton, although West Albany was beaten 28-21 by a very complete Silverton team. But they put up a good battle in that game and made a couple of mistakes. And certainly they would like a rematch with Silverton because they feel that they could beat the Foxes in a rematch. A fumble and a couple of mistakes cost them that ball game. But Jake Lacoste has been very effective against everybody this year. And what was it against the Silverton? 212 yards on 39 carries, but that's the least yardage that he's picked up in any game this year. So you knew the Warriors, who have been vulnerable on defense to the run, were certainly he was going to pick up some yardage tonight. I guess we'll find from Statman, but I think it was 157 was the last time he touched the ball, and 3 touchdowns. But the bad thing was the absence of Knuth and Marquez. There was absolutely no offense. 1 first down for the Warriors, and they trailed 35-0.
Yeah, everything that could go wrong for the Warriors has so far, Ray. I mean, there's been a punt return for a touchdown, a receiving touchdown for West Albany, a couple of Lacoste touchdowns. The Warriors had a great defensive plan going in, Ray, but it's not been executed to even remotely close to what Coach Jim Phillips and his staff wanted for the Warriors. The poor tackling. So on the punt return, there were several poor tackles. I think they had Lacoste wrapped up a couple times, and he broke it for some big gains. So the Warriors, it's all about positioning. It's about technique. The Warriors are not doing that. On the other side of the ball, West Albany is doing those things, and that's where we find ourselves down 35 points here in the first half, 35-0. So the Warriors are not making the plays, and West Albany is making the plays.
If there is a good thing about the evening, it's the fact that rain did stop. We had a heavy rain today that really soaked things. I came down earlier to set up some equipment that we used as somewhat cumbersome equipment. It takes a little time to set up, and I brought it up the steps here, up the 28 steps to the top, some 7 times to set up the equipment. But the rain had stopped at that point. That was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But there were puddles everywhere. There were puddles down at the bottom of the steps. There were puddles in the parking lot. And I walked out onto the field to get the keys to turn on the power up here in the press box to test our equipment. And that field was very wet, but it had a number of hours to dry out. So despite the heavy rain for a few hours this morning and intense rain, the field is really in good condition. But as Rob and I said before the game, we thought maybe this morning when we were talking around the noon hour and the rain was still falling, that the wet field might at least help the Warriors in slowing down someone like Lacoste. And then we saw J.T. Valenzuela on 3 fantastic punt returns, 1 called back because of a penalty, what would have been a 59-yard touchdown run. It might have at least slowed them down a little bit on their cuts, but the field is in pretty good condition, and we've seen the results.
Oh, and they're used to it, Ray. The Warriors are not. The Warriors are not.
Although it's the first time this year they've played on a wet field.
On a wet field. In fact, the first play of the game, that kickoff, remember Matt Tracy took it up the middle and slipped. That's the only time we've seen somebody slip because of the footing. But it is dry. I mean, there's not a drop coming from the sky. It looks like it's not even cold. I haven't even felt that wind, actually. It's nice in here. That's for sure. Nice and cozy. But what is not cozy is looking at that scoreboard right now, Ray. And hopefully the Warriors can get something going. We'll probably see West Albany throw in some second-string JV-type players here in the second half. And the Warriors hopefully can at least get out of this shutout and get some momentum going into Dallas next week.
The Warriors could have used that 12th man that is legal on the field, and that is sloppy field conditions tonight with their defense. But even that has not come to their aid, and they trail 35-0 here at the half. The stat man has some very disappointing stats to point out for the first half. Probably won't take him too long on the Warrior stats.
Unfortunately,
in the first half. We knew it would be a little bit tough tonight, but I didn't foresee one first down and very little yardage in that first half, trailing 35-0. We'll take our timeout. The dance team was on the field, but you can hear the West Albany band playing tonight. They get a big, big turnout. It is one big crowd here tonight, and they're happy at the halftime. Bulldogs leading 35-0, and we'll be back on KGAL.
Making life easier and more productive, that's what Lynn Benton Tractor can do for you. And it all begins by discovering how the full line of Kubota equipment can help.
Lynn Benton Tractor, we're still doing business the American way.
Highway 99E, Tangent.
You'll always get your money's worth where the food is fresh and original at Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant in Lebanon. Roberto and his staff will provide a fun and affordable dining experience. So visit Ixtapa on the corner of Highway 20 and Wheeler Street, where parking is convenient and the atmosphere is sweet.
The short drive to Corvallis will save you time and money. This is Steve Buckner from Wilson Motors, inviting you to experience the notable difference at Wilson Motors, 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis. Check us out at saveatwilson.com.
Has your stove lost its heat? Is your fridge or freezer no longer cold? Does your washer leave soap in your clothes, or has your dryer stopped tumbling? Then who are you going to call? Like New Appliance at 259-1131, of course. Like New Appliance, where every appliance shines like new.
1580 KGAL.
Yeah, we are having a good time here in the press box, despite the Warriors being down 35-0. I'm telling you, I want some respect, a little respect. You know, a father should get respect from his son. I'm telling you, I got a kid down there who's giving me a hard time because he's broadcasting for West Albany. What is that all about? Come on. Exchanging some glances here between Wally Ordeman and Ryan, my son, who do the West Albany version of this broadcast. Obviously smiles on their faces. And statistics on the... Are you keeping those on your phone? Or you just
No. I was getting scores on my phone.
Or are you Twittering?
Well, yes, but I can access the internet, and there's Oregon Live, and I do have some interesting scores here. Dallas, the Warriors' next opponent, is 34-7 over Corvallis at the half. So I'm not looking forward to that, but, you know, good for Dallas to give it to Corvallis at the half.
Say it again,
34-7 Dallas at the half.
34-7, that's startling.
Yeah.
Dallas?
Yes.
And Corvallis was blasted a couple of weeks ago by Crescent Valley, and they were beaten up by the Warriors last week. But still, to lose to Dallas has been one of the weak links in the league. That's amazing.
Yeah, we got South Albany. They were up at the half, 19-14 over Woodburn, and it was in the first quarter. Crescent Valley was leading Silverton 7-3. I don't have an updated score, but it might be interesting. I'll keep track on that.
Yeah.
You know, for the Warriors, it didn't take me too long to do the stats because really there wasn't much offensively for the Warriors. 62 yards of total offense. They ran 28 plays in that first half and only were able to get 62 yards of offense.
Wow.
They did get 3 first downs in the half, so, you know, in the second quarter. First quarter they were shut out. Second quarter they got 3. Pravatsky had 7 carries, 17 yards. Tim Farrell, 7 yards on 3 carries. Childress had a couple yards on 2 carries. Rapay with that fullback dive, he had 11 yards on 2 carries. C.J. Hargis, 15 yards on 3 carries, and Riley Wessel, he ran the ball 6 times for 23 yards, so he was the leading rusher for the Warriors in the half. West Albany, on the other hand, took me a little bit longer. They had 269 yards of total offense on 25 plays. Lacoste he's the guy, 11 carries, 157 yards, 3 touchdowns. Didn't get the ball as much as I thought he would in that first half. They threw a little bit more. Lahota was 6 of 10 passing for 84 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Breslin had that 40-yard touchdown. He had 59 yards on 3 catches. So, they threw a little bit more in the first half than I thought. But they might be just trying to test to see what they got in the passing game. One of these days, they're going to have to pass to win a game.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Might as well try it.
Against Silverton, if they've been able to throw the ball a little better, they might have won that game. That was exactly what I thought, is that maybe it's just kind of a tryout. They know they've got this game in hand.
Right.
There was a feeling even early on they were going to dominate the game.
Yeah, and, you know, why not try to get a little rhythm in the passing game? And also, St. Louis lost to the Giants 5-0, so the Giants forced another game in the NLCS.
And back to San Francisco.
Yes.
For Sunday.
Yep.
Well, I would like to see the Giants take that one.
Me too. I don't want to see St. Louis in it.
A Cardinal fan years ago, but we talk about that second wild card thing now. I think the commissioner should announce, even if the Cardinals do win, I'm sorry you can't go.
Yeah.
The second wild card is to increase interest in getting to the playoffs, but we don't want the second wild card to win. It should be illegal.
No, what if they win it? You know, a team that was 6 games worse than the wild card wins the World Series. I don't like it. If they go, I might write a letter to the commissioner.
Oh, good for you. I've complained about that.
Yeah.
That it shouldn't happen. We're just about done with the halftime here. We're about 6 minutes before the start of the second half. We'll see how it goes. 35-0. As Rob informs me, 45 points. I don't know why I was thinking 40, which would be a strange number in a football game, but it could be. It wouldn't be easy, but you could get to 40. It's a 45-point deficit, at which point the clock will run. But if they keep going like they are, we could see a running clock in the second half. And we have not seen that since the older brother of Jake, Anthony, when they rolled up about 60 points in the first half against the Warriors. How many years was that? About 5 years ago now?
Yeah.
Because it would be even. 2-4, maybe 6 years ago.
Right.
We're at the halftime tonight, 35-0 Bulldogs, and we'll take this break. We'll come back and continue this evening on KGAL.
Lynn Lanes in Lebanon, home of the best burger in town.
Good family fun. Bowling.
Open every day and until 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday nights. Ballistic bowling starts at 10 on Saturday nights.
Stop by Lynn Lanes in Lebanon.
Albany Burgerville is celebrating 50 years of serving customers fresh, great-tasting food with a mission to serve with love. Pick up a Burgerville card now and earn rewards cash for every dollar spent. See store for details. Stop by Burgerville after the game. Order a famous Tillamook cheeseburger. Open 7 a.m. to midnight Fridays.
Porcupines are cute, but they can ruin your tires if you run over their tail. Luckily at Les Schwab, along with great prices, every one of our car or pickup tires comes with the kind of protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Hi, I'm Dave Wood, President and CEO of Willamette Community Bank. We are proud to support our local high school sports, music, and scholastic programs. Be part of the team and get behind our schools and our future leaders. Willamette Community Bank, service like no other, we promise. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
KGAL.
All right, back here at West Albany High School, they do get a good showing for their games. And I guess one of the things, it's a little more compact, perhaps. Would that be true? I mean, side to side, and so they're not spread out as much. Is this, in other words, this is why? Maybe it is at Lebanon.
No, I think it's compact. I think it is. I just think it's one of the higher stadiums, Ray. Look how high we are.
Yeah.
The altitude. I mean, my nose is almost bleeding.
And not quite as long from end to end. So therefore, the people are a little more compact and some 26 rows up to the top. And it really lends to a great sound and a great enthusiasm from the crowd who's been treated to good high school football ever since we went to the 6 divisions for the football for the sports.
And usually, Ray, the coaches, both sides, usually have a better vantage point at most schools. You know, you think of Lebanon, the Crow's Nest is right above the stadium, a nice view. They are just right above us. So their view is not any better. And the Warrior coaches and the Warrior players are trying to figure out how to get some momentum here in the second half. Hopefully they'll come out with a little bit more energy.
In the past, when we would come to West Albany, although 2 years ago we were outside because there was just a small area at what was still an outdoor press table up here. There wasn't enough room. We were off to the side. But before that, a couple of times we were upstairs here. There was an upstairs area where we would get Rich Slavinsky would be up there filming,
yes,
and we would be able to do our game from up there. But what they do now is they have enclosed their press box, which is nice for those like Wally and Ryan who come to do games each week. And when they enclosed the press box, they also turned that upstairs area in. They covered that, enclosed that, and it's divided in half for the coaches. I was up there today looking to see if there was anywhere we could possibly be upstairs. I didn't realize that there would be a space for us at the table. At one end, the far end there, and far away from us now, is Ryan and Wally, and we're at the other end here at 1580 KGAL tonight. 35-0, we're at the half. Everything's done for the weekend. The Ducks are done because the Ducks played last night. We carried the Duck game 43-21. Boy, they just murdered Arizona State. I heard some people talking today on one of the Duck talk shows that they were upset that the Ducks didn't turn it on after they led 4 minutes into the second quarter. They had scored 43 points and led 43-7, and they never scored again. They were upset because the Ducks aren't scoring.
Well, I tell you what, I've talked to a lot of Duck fans at work, Ray, that say this year has been boring. It's been a boring year. I mean, it's exciting, but boring at the same time because they have not been challenged. They have not been challenged yet. And they may or may not get to the national title game, Ray. There's still some good, great football teams out there.
Well, they won't because the Beavers will beat them on November the 24th.
Yes. I can't wait till tomorrow night, Ray, to see the blackout and you and everybody. And at 10 o'clock, something special will happen.
I've said that a couple of weeks ago when the Beavers were home to Washington State and I have my season tickets, my son and I go to the games. And we both commented that day. It just seemed, because it was a very sluggish game, there were turnovers, teams were not scoring. It was somewhat a boring game and tedious game. But it also seemed longer than usual because of timeouts. And I said, it just seems to me like they're taking more timeouts and longer than we normally see. And Ryan agreed with me. And I said, tomorrow, because it's the Pac-12 network, it doesn't start till 7:30 in the evening, at which point I will be tired, that if they are calling those timeouts, and it seems like there are more timeouts and they're longer on the Pac-12, that if it gets to 10 o'clock and they take a timeout, we storm the field.
Uh-oh.
Are you with me?
Might be the second quarter if it takes that long.
Are you with me out there? We just go out of the field and say, we've had it. That's it. And particularly if the Beavers are leaving, we'll just go on the field and they'll call the game, although they'll forfeit. But maybe we can prevent them from doing that.
I want to see it happen, Ray. I do. I mean, you've professed it a couple of times. Yeah. I want to see it.
Well, if you see a man in some black rain gear running out of the field at 10 o'clock, I will be the one.
At least you'll have rain gear on.
So we've already finished the Duck game for this week. We broadcast that last night, and ironically, our Seahawk game was also yesterday evening. They played well against the 49ers, lost by 7. 49ers are struggling offensively. And it was close. Seahawks were certainly in the game right to the end. But both of those games are done for the weekend, so this is our last broadcast on sports broadcast for the weekend. Here's the kickoff to West Albany to start the half, as Jackson Soto will take the ball to start the second half, carry past the 30-yard line. Let's see where they will place it, maybe out close to the 35 as he went out of bounds. On the far side, no, 30, about the 32, first and 10. The far side of the field, we point out every week, the far side of the field seems to be the favorite side for most plays for some reason. I don't know why that is, but I'd be interested if we kept a percentage of the number of plays that are distant from us rather than coming toward us. I think it would be amazingly one-sided.
Very, very huge disparage.
So West Albany with the ball to start the second half. Cody LaHoda again will go back to throw. We said we're surprised the number of times he's throwing tonight, and he throws incomplete. Brendan Breslin was open at about the 45-yard line. He had good distance on the Warrior defenders. 2 of them had dropped back. And that ball was thrown short. I don't know if he was hurried as I was looking downfield to see the receiver, but that ball was well short. The man was wide open, Breslin.
I do see the young Jake Lacoste on the sidelines, Ray, getting some much-needed rest after a lot of carries so far to this point this season.
Alan Ma was one of those covering the Breslin, but he was well behind Breslin. Second down, 2nd and 10. Calling signals under center. LaHoda hands off to Jake Lacoste. I assume it's Jake. We'll see if it is Jake. Straight up the middle. He'll pick up some good yardage, maybe about 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd down coming up. And it was, no, I believe it was Thompson. Was it Thompson, Anthony Thompson, who carried? Was that Thompson?
That looked like Thompson.
Thompson, 24. Anthony Thompson, the ball carrier, so they did not hand to Lacoste. Very few handoffs, very few plays are run by other running backs than Lacoste. Here's LaHoda, who pitches to Jake Lacoste. Skips a couple of tackles. Look out, he's across the 50 and under the 45, and a good tackle by Taven Pravatsky.
That was Anthony Thompson there, right? Number 23 with the run on the option play. Nifty little play by West Albany.
Taman Pravatsky finally makes the tackle. And they'll be inside Warrior territory down to about the 47. Let's see where Jake is. As I do see,
he's on the sideline just to our left down here, right next to the bench.
Yeah, he is. And a play, let's see who gets the ball right up the middle looking to find Jake Lacoste, who's not in the game. down to the 40. It'll be a little bit short of a first down, but close to the Warrior 40-yard line.
I had a stat that you'd be interested in. Lacoste, I told you earlier, he had 207 carries coming into this game. The rest of the team, 84. And that's about 8 or 9 different runners that have come in at different points throughout the season. So some much needed experience for some of these other running backs.
He appears fine, but he's not in here in the second half. As Lahota will roll out and he'll run right into a couple of defenders as he tried to tuck the ball in and run about the 45-yard line, and it'll be a fourth down coming up. Fourth down and about 7 as they need to get down to the 38. Maybe just inside, maybe the 44, so 4th and 6 coming up here.
So Ben Engel taking a big hit there, Ray. And it brings up, did you say, what down is it?
Is it third down?
It's third down. I thought it was fourth, too.
I thought it was fourth.
I guess we must have tacked on an extra play there.
Have to make sure you lean back. When you get to a certain point, there is a post. And if I lean back and to the right, I can see the scoreboard. If I look here to the left where I can see the action, you can't see the scoreboard. Flag comes down. Maybe that is too much time. I would think that would be the case. I didn't see anybody jump here.
I think it might be procedure penalty.
Oh, it is.
West Albany. One of the linemen moved.
It is Ben Engel who keeps coming over to the sidelines here and talking with his head coach Randy Nyquist.
Cody Lahota's night is over. As is Lacoste.
Ben is a senior, 5'10", 160 pounds, so it looks like they're going to their backups here with 35-0 lead and not fearing a sudden comeback by the Warriors here in the second half. And it is Ben Engel who is the quarterback. And Engel now this time, let's see if
this time, this is your call. This is your call right here.
It's got to be.
It's got to be.
It was close last time to being too much time, and Ben Engel will come over to the sideline. Ben, I don't know how many snaps he has taken this year. It would not be many.
Boy, I tell you what, Coach Randy Nyquist's patience, he's really getting into the young quarterback's ears right now, trying to tell him to play. Remember last year, Ray, in that tight 13-0 win for the Warriors at Heath Stadium, the quarterback had to go to the sideline for every play, and there were a couple delayed game penalties.
3rd and 16 as Engel goes back to throw and throws out. He's got Brendan Breslin, and Breslin is tackled. Brendan Breslin came back to the ball, which was not well thrown, and he was well covered by Jacob Gillette. I'm not sure that Jacob knew where the ball was because it was up for grabs. And Brendan Breslin, they both wear 22. Number 22 Breslin came back to the ball and caught it. And fortunately, Gillette then was able to grab him before he scored a touchdown. But he's inside the 20, 1st and 10.
That ball was so well underthrown and wobbly, Ray, but they only got, there's a fumble.
Engel hands off on first down, and it is on the ground. I think West Albany fell on it.
Yes, they did. Thompson fell on it. But what I was going to say, Ray, is that the only person that the Warriors didn't want to have the ball in that situation was Breslin, who came back to the ball or stopped. And luckily it came up with a ball for West Albany. But the Warrior defender, Tyler Hull, had no clue of where the ball was.
Oh, I said Jacob Gillette, number 22. It looked like 22 to my eyes.
A lot of wrinkled jerseys out there, Ray.
I don't trust those eyes. Oh, and here's the quarterback. The ball fumbled, stripped away from him, and the Warriors will recover at the 30. Yes, they did not call the play dead as the Warriors rushed Ben Engel. Engel was trapped back at the 30-yard line, thrown for what would have been a big loss, but they spun him around as he tried to escape the tackle. They stripped the ball and fall on it at the 30, and the Warriors get it back 1st and 10.
Blake Warren falls on the fumble for the Warriors.
Well, we know that the Bulldogs have certainly gone to their second string offensively, not concerned about a Warrior comeback, at least more than 35 points worth in the second half, but it'll be interesting to see. We don't really know all of the numbers on defense. If they substitute fairly or freely here on defense, it could make a difference in the Warriors' ability to score in the second half. A pitch out on the first down into the 30, across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Let's see who comes out of the pile up.
That's Braden Childress.
So Braden will pick up a couple.
And it does appear as though they have also put in their second string for the defense for this half, Ray. A lot of different numbers out there that didn't see in the first half.
the 33-yard line, so a pickup of about 3 on first down. And the Warriors will send a couple of receivers left, one to the right. It looks like C.J. Hargis under center. CJ goes back, takes a quick throw to the left side, has it complete on the left flank, and the Warriors will get a first down, just their second of the game, and they do it quickly here. It took them into the second quarter to get a first down in that first half, but they've got one here with a couple of minutes gone, 5 minutes gone in this half. A first down at the 43-yard line.
And Riley Wessel, who has played a little bit of quarterback tonight, Ray, with the reception for the Warriors. That is natural wide receiver position, a tall 6'3" target for anybody to throw at. And hopefully the Warriors can keep up this drive.
C.J. Hargis takes the snap, hands to his deep back, and let's see who's got the ball. There is a pileup right at the line of scrimmage. Don't know if they'll give him anything in the way of progressive yardage. It'll be a second down. And well, they say got a couple because he got to the 45-yard line. Second down and 8.
Childress again right up the gut for the Warriors, trying to keep the chains moving and get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight.
The Warriors will use the I formation with C.J. Hargis under center in West Albany, and I didn't think they were going to blow the whistle. The whistle seems a little slow sometimes tonight.
It does.
As people were dancing all over for West Albany, taking a step forward and back and forward. And finally the flag came down, and it will be offsides against West, and it'll be a second down and 3.
In the NFL, you're allowed to have a chance, an opportunity to get back, as long as you get it back before the snap. But this is high school. Once you go over, that flag needs to come out a little sooner so that the play does not continue.
Midfield is where the Warriors will have it. Second down and 3. C.J. Hargis hands to Braden Childress, and Childress will be close to a first down before he's pushed back, but he should be about a yard short in the third down and maybe a yard coming up. Did gain a couple, I believe, if they are kind on the placement, and they should be. And it looks like they will be just short of the first down. 5:36 remaining, 5 minutes 36 seconds, third quarter. West Albany did all of their damage, and a lot of it in the first half, as they lead 35-0. C.J. Hargis will be under center, has one receiver to the left and 2 to the right near us here at West Albany High School. Long count. Finally, we'll keep the ball behind a block.
I think you got it.
First down.
Whoever he is, and I believe it's the quarterback, C.J., with the carry. Yes, it is. First down for Lebanon.
So at the 45-yard line, what did we do?
I heard something.
We
on
might just have lost the radio part here. I don't know if we're still on the air. We can't hear anything any longer. Let's see if we... Can you hear it? So we are. We still are on the air, but we can't hear it. What did we lose?
Nothing. I don't think anything, Ray. It just sounded like a heavy thud, but I can't see it, and I think I can hear it just fine.
Let me... Patience. Because now I can't...
There we go.
I think... Apparently we're still on the air, Rob, but it may be that because our phone is down, our radio through which we monitor the broadcast is down to a single star. It may be that I need to switch radios here. So
okay.
Why don't you go ahead and say something, and I'll try to switch radios and see if we can get the game
All right.
back.
Well, the Warriors continue to move the ball here in West Albany territory at West 32-yard line. Hargis fakes the handoff and pitches it to Childress on the near side here. There's a fumble, and the Warriors will fall on the ball. A very fortunate break for the Warriors there, as Childress was on his way to picking up a good chunk of yardage there.
And recovered by the Warriors.
And forgot the ball. The ball slipped out of his hands, and there was no Bulldog around the area that stripped the ball. It just fell right out of his hands. Warriors trail 35-0 with 4 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the third quarter. Here's Hargis again with a quick handoff up the middle. Taman Pravatsky up the middle for the Warriors. Picks up a first down. Clock continues to roll, 3:52 to go. Still some wind out there as the Warriors move towards the east side of the stadium. Here's a backwards lateral to Pravatsky, who cuts back inside, trying to avoid a tackler there. Gets inside the Bulldog 20-yard line.
I assume then you were able to hear.
Yes.
You could hear the whole time.
Yes,
I thought you indicated that we were off.
I'm sorry.
It's just that you had stepped on the cord there.
Yeah, I stepped on the cord. I didn't know if I stepped on yours or mine.
Discombobulating.
I apologize.
But everything back here, broadcast kosher.
A lot of cords around here.
2nd and 9 for the Warriors as they move inside the 20 and gain very little here on their second down carry. It'll be 3rd down, and maybe they pick up a yard on that play. 3rd down and 8 for the Warriors. Under the 2:50 mark here in the 3rd quarter as they trail 35-0, eating up a lot of time on the clock, but apparently it is now certainly the second string defense for West Albany. And the Warriors able to move the ball and continue downfield, still looking for their first score of the night. Only 1 first down in the first half. That first starting team, defensive team for West Albany, very sharp. Back to throw.
Nice
Touchdown
pass.
Warriors. Touchdown Warriors, a beautifully thrown pass. C.J. Hargis.
Tyler Hull with the reception.
And he hit Tyler right on the numbers, right at the end zone. Touchdown, beautifully thrown. Perfect pass by C.J. Hargis. And it's 35-6. The Warriors are on the board.
I think Jacob Gillette will line up for the kick. He has kicked before, not in varsity games, but in JV games in the past. Warriors disorganized right now.
Riley Wessel will be the holder. Ball is placed down, the kick is up, and it looks like it was almost blocked as it threw. No good. I don't know if they got a hand on that. It was very close to being blocked, but it was wide of the post. No good. 2:22 remaining in the 3rd quarter, but the Warriors are on the board for the first time tonight. But still, sizable lead for the Bulldogs with 2:22 remaining, 3rd quarter. Bulldogs 35, Warriors 6, and we'll be back on KGAL.
Good, tasty food. That's why Bing's Kitchen has been a lunch and dinner favorite for over 40 years. Choose Chinese or American meals that can satisfy the entire family or a gathering of up to 40 people on the South Santiam Highway in Lebanon. Choose Bing's Kitchen, where the food simply tastes best.
We're Linco Federal Credit Union. Keep your money in Linn County with Linco Federal Credit Union. Enjoy a visit with one of our friendly staff at a neighborhood branch near you today. Linco Federal Credit Union in Albany, Lebanon, and Sweet Home. In Linn, you're in.
1580 KGAL.
All right. The Warriors have had their problems tonight, so it's only fair that we have a little bit of a problem. We're really crowded here. It's nice. I mean, we're at the press table in the newly enclosed, as of last year, press box at West. Very nice, and I didn't think there would be room for us. I thought they had everybody taken up space here at the table. But it's very close in from the equipment that we use, and they're just got a foot on the cords here. Pulling out my headphones from our monitor. So we were never off the air. It's just my headphones were gone. Here is the kickoff. Will be taken at about the 15-yard line up to the 20, 25. And let's see who's in as the kick returner. They may have backups in that position as well. No, it looks like J.T. Valenzuela, who's coming off. He is still the returner. Boy, he did a great job in that first half on the punts. He was terrific. The Warriors never had to kick off as they never scored, and West Albany kicked off to start the game. So Valenzuela handling his first kickoff, but he returns it out to about the 25, about a little more than a 10-yard return. First down. Ben will hand off. Ben Engel hands off to the running back. And let's see who that is, whether it's Thompson who was in, Anthony Thompson, but the ball goes out to the 28-yard line. Gained a couple on first down. Down to a minute 53 remaining in the 3rd quarter. It's turned into a decent evening. I mean, what you would expect in October. It's cool. and cooler by the fact that everything is damp from that rain today. But it is not raining, and they had predicted some very heavy rain both early and late today. Back to throw his angle, throws over the middle, and again he throws incomplete. It was intended for, where's their roster?
Jamison Dufour, number 88, was intended receiver.
5'11", 160-pound senior for West Albany. Not a well-thrown ball. Angle's thrown a couple that have been well short. It's hard to tell maybe who was even intended to catch that ball. A couple receivers to the left for Ben Angle. His back's in the eye, will step back to throw, takes a couple of step drop, and the ball is blocked at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete, and it'll be a 4th down coming up for the Bulldogs, and they will need to punt. The Warriors will get it back with 1:31 to go. Can they score 29 points and tie the game?
Well, no matter who's out there for the Bulldogs, Ray, it's nice to see that the Warriors aren't giving up. Their spirits are still, they just got to score on the offensive end the last series, and just got a punt coming up here for West Albany, so the Warriors got some momentum.
Brendan Breslin will punt, standing on his own 15. He gets the punt away. It is a high one that will drop on
good field position for Lebanon
on the Bulldog side of the field, and will stop there on the Bulldog side of the field. As it didn't roll, it just basically stopped dead. It'll be at around the 48-yard line, and that's where the Warriors will begin at the Bulldog 48, 1st down and 10. Next week, Dallas, and a little shocking at the halftime there, the stat man saying that Dallas was leading 34-7 over Corvallis, which has been pasted by a couple of teams, but still, Dallas has been losing, except to Woodburn, and they're maybe competitive with Corvallis, but 34-7, that's startling.
That is, and Corvallis, Ray, has West Albany to finish next week.
Oh.
They may not make the playoffs, and that will be a first since the six classification era.
Here's C.J. Hargis as the quarterback, who will hand off on 1st down. They'll try to take it outside on the left, but it will not succeed. I think thrown for a loss on
Luke Rapay. That was that counter play, Ray, and that was well defended by the Bulldog defense. The second-string defense defended that better than the first-string did the first couple times.
It's really run well, and it's very quick. It was hard to tell that he had taken the ball on the counter. It's run very quickly. It's not like the end around, as he's not as distant as the Rogers brothers used to be for OSU when they used that play with James so frequently. Here's a jump, and it may be West Albany that jumped, unless they were drawn by Lebanon, but it looked like West Albany's step.
I think it might be Lebanon. The West Albany, it was number 25, Brian Garcia, who was...
It's Lebanon.
Who kind of made a step, Ray, but not forward, just lifted his leg, just as if he was going to move, and that was enough for Luke Rapay right across from him to be drawn off sides.
West has been a little jumpy in this half, but that time they had a right to do it, as they had been taunted. Jacob Gillette looks like it is he who is set to the right side here as one receiver. They will go straight ahead on a running play, and they pick up some good yardage this time. Let's see who's the carrier into Bulldog territory at the 45.
Jacob Gillette, number 22. Hasn't seen a lot of time at fullback this year, Ray. It's been mostly Pravatsky and Farrell.
So it was not 22 who was split to the right. The West Albany numbers, that white on dark, that white on blue, is easier to pick up. Those red numbers, even on the white, although it's red against white under the lights, are not as easy to discern. Carrying straight ahead to the 40, and the Warriors are able to pick up some yardage continually now in this second string and maybe beyond the defense for West Albany, and that will end the 3rd quarter as they pick up to the 40. It'll be just a couple of yards for a 1st down when we come back for the Warriors. They did pick up a touchdown, did not get the extra point, but they trail big time as we'll go to the 4th. Bulldogs 35, Warriors 6. We'll be back to finish up tonight on KGAL.
Family owned and operated since 1979, Crabtree Auto stresses the small stuff when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. An oil change every 3,000 miles is a small thing now, but adds up to big rewards down the road. Crabtree Auto's ASE certified technician can help your vehicle maintain its reliability beyond 200,000 miles. Crabtree Auto on Hill Street, just south of 9th in Albany.
Need tires? Hi, this is Don from Kenega Tire Factory. From lawnmowers to tractors, cars, and trucks, we have what you need. And Kenega Tire's ASE certified mechanics can help you with your brakes, shocks, struts, alignment, oil changes, and stuff you won't believe. Even propane for your barbecue and RV. Kenega Tire Factory, still at the Y in Lebanon.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, offering lunch and dinner, takeout, and catering too. Here's Bob.
Come down and visit us and try some of our hand-tossed pizzas, my friends. That's right, hand-tossed.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, in the heart of Lebanon on Oak, between Main and 2nd. At Walmart, you'll find lower prices always. That's their pledge to you. And now with the Walmart Superstore, that means you'll find lower prices on just about anything that might possibly be on your shopping list. Walmart, bringing you what you want. Lower prices.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Start the fourth quarter, the Warriors try a pitch out on a 4th down, and it does not succeed. And they will turn the ball over to West. It'll be a first down at their own 45, 1st and 10. Warriors needed just a couple of yards on the 4th down, but the pitch out, they were actually stopped in the backfield, thrown for a loss, and West takes over. Next week, Dallas. We were talking about Dallas trumping Corvallis so far tonight. They could be tougher than we thought. A pitch out for West. It looks like, is that Thompson? It'll be 23. It is Thompson, Anthony Thompson, who takes the pitch out, picks up a couple of yards on the play. He'll be up to about the 49-yard line, so 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6.
Very nice play by Riley Wessel there from his outside linebacker position. It looked like there was a lot of green grass between Thompson and if he could get away from Wessel there. So nice shoestring tackle there by Riley.
Anthony Thompson will be the deep back, and he will pick up the ball here and go straight forward for a first down, and has a good burst up to around the 35. It'll be a 1st down and 10. Boy, that one of those plays where maybe Lahota would face the handoff, but he gave it to Thompson straight up the middle. Good yardage.
That was a gaping hole there, Ray. I was kind of wondering where the middle linebacker there was for the Warriors, because that would have been his play to knock the young runner down for the Bulldogs. But Bulldogs on the move, trying to tack on another score.
Ben Engel is the quarterback at the 36-yard line of the Warriors. Will hand off to his first back, and he gains some good yardage, carrying some tacklers with him inside the 30.
Hiram Crook, number 42.
Thank you, Rob. I was wondering who that was. Hiram Crook, 5'10", 200-pound senior. I believe that's his first carry on the night.
Brother of Neil Crook, a very famous linebacker. Played back here when Colby Prince and Jake Haberly played.
Here's a handoff to Thompson, the deep back, and he will be stuffed in the backfield. A good tackle by the Warriors as they throw Thompson for a loss at the 31-yard line.
Tim Farrell, middle linebacker, on the stop for the Warriors.
So a loss back to the 31. We'll make it 3rd and about 5. 3rd and 5.
But that clock continues to roll, Ray. Under 10 minutes to go. See if the Warriors can get him stopped the next 2 plays.
Engel, I think the handoff, and he pitches out, and the ball is on the ground, and the Warriors will throw someone out there for a big loss. I think Engel thought that he could hand off. It's Thompson who, it's Thompson. Thompson who falls on the ball, Anthony Thompson. It almost looked like he thought he could hand off. It was more than just a play-action fake. And then he pitched the ball outside when he was in trouble. The ball was on the ground, but Thompson falls on it for a loss back to about the 37-yard line of the Warriors. And they've got a long way to go on 4th and 13.
We call that a botched play, Ray. He turned to his left, and there was no running back. Thompson thought it was going to be a pitch all the way instead of a handoff.
And the whistle blows. Boy, we have seen a lot of that tonight. Got to play some kind of a tune on there, instead of just that same boring. There should be some, melody that they play.
Well, if the Beaver game is to go to plan, Ray, time-wise for you, hopefully there's no penalties, because with the stoppages of TV breaks, that'll even lengthen it out even more.
Procedure against West Albany. We've seen a number on both sides tonight. It's the Bulldogs who are guilty this time. We'll push them back to their own 43, and it'll be 4th and 18. with Ben Engel, the quarterback, who will go back to throw, takes a 3-step drop, throws out here, and it's only going to be the Warriors that are anywhere near that one. Brendan Breslin, the intended receiver, covered by a couple of Warriors. The ball well beyond everybody, incomplete. Turns the ball over to the Warriors. 8:47 remaining, fourth quarter. Trailing 35-6. It'll be a first down and 10 at their own 43-yard line. For complete fitness experience with cardio machines and weight training, check out Lebanon Racquetball and Fitness. Open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Anytime you'd like to stop in, look for Lebanon Racquetball and Fitness on Sherman Street in Lebanon. All right, Warriors will come up to the line of scrimmage, assuming C.J. Hargis is the quarterback. Occasionally tonight they have used a backfield with standing side by side Riley Wessel and Taman Pravatsky, but it's Hargis and a handoff straight up the middle. The Warriors have got some room. As number 40 again for the Warriors. I should know that name by now.
Keontae Davis,
who carries inside the 30, well down. They're going to place it right at the 35. Nice burst, some good blocking up front. There was a lot of space when he went right through the middle of that Bulldog line. First and 10.
Biggest gain of the night, Statman. That's got to be the biggest gain of the night for the Warriors right there. Nice job by the offensive line, right up the gut of the West Albany defense. Warriors hopefully get some more points here.
Down to the 35. C.J. Hargis is the quarterback. He will hand off again to Keontae Davis, and Davis close to the 32-yard line. Pick up of maybe 3, 2nd and 7.
Jake Rapay has just entered the game, Ray.
Is he
as quarterback, sophomore, junior varsity starting quarterback for the Warriors. So Mr. C.J. Hargis' night as quarterback is over.
So second down, 2nd and 6. Jake will hand off and gaining a couple of yards, actually to the near side, near us.
Hey, that's nice.
Pick that up, and that's always Braden Childress with the carry. And he will gain inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line, and it's third down and about 4, maybe a short 4. Jake Rapay, the man under center, tries the right side of the line, and I think he got 4 yards, maybe right at the line of where the chain is on the far side, that first down line. And he does get the first down, 1st and 10, 7:20 remaining.
I was watching Jake quarterback the JV Warriors last night, and unfortunately it was in a very close loss to West Albany, 31-27, but he lowers the boom, Ray. When he gets close to being tackled, he's not afraid to knock somebody out. The tackler is going to try to get him, and that time he put somebody on their back.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Jake has yet to throw. Let's see if they might try him here. No, he'll hand off Keontae Davis. And Keontae Davis is met at the line of scrimmage. And did not actually go to the ground. Still stood his place, but stopped immediately by that line of the Bulldogs.
There's that big Bulldog band. It seems like they're playing louder now. It's fourth quarter. Drums banging. Hopefully the Warriors can bang in a touchdown here. 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10 for Jake Rapay. Man in motion. Handoff right up the middle, and probably another first down here that will be taken to the 15-yard line. Braden Childress is the man carrying, and carries inside the 15. He was going to place the ball inside the 15. It always seems like they always figure about 2 yards. Don't you think the officials always go back about 2?
It seems like, this season especially, I've noticed the ball gets placed somewhere and then they move it back.
2 yards seems to be what they figure. As generally you can count on it. That he said that Braden placed the ball at the 13. He said it was at the 13. They move it to the 15. First down. Behind a post here, and I don't know what's going on. Let's see what happened here. They burst right up the middle. They do pick up some positive yardage. Let's see how much. That turn around the post.
Looks like Jacob Gillette. Jacob Gillette up the gut of the defense for West Albany.
Inside the 10 to the 9-yard line, so a pickup of about 6, 2nd and 4, and again they're behind that post right where the quarterback will be. And they got some fans standing up, a little bored, I think, by what is kind of a
handoff up the middle.
A non-counting second half. They try the middle of it again, and they pick up a couple of yards.
First down, though. 1st and goal for the Warriors.
First down. This has to be a little trying for some of the fans because it's almost like a scrimmage right now. Would you agree? I think
absolutely. Absolutely. How many times through the years do you think this West Albany fan base has been wanting to have some games, some excitement from the other team?
Again, tough to see beyond that post where they are, but Jake Rapay will hand off, and they'll try to burst close to that goal line, and they get awfully close.
The Warriors are in for the touchdown, Ray. I can't believe it.
They are. There's the official
delayed reaction.
Touchdown Warriors. So
Jacob Gillette.
Number 22, Jacob Gillette with the touchdown. And the Warriors are on the board for a second time, 35-12. And this time, let's see if maybe they might try for 2. No, it looks like they're lining up for the extra point. Jacob Gillette. Riley Wessel will hold, and Jacob at the 10-yard line. Ball placed down, look out, and again, good rush by West Albany, but this time they get the kick up, but it's no good again. Maybe having to hurry a little bit because the second time, after their first touchdown, the same thing, a good rush by West Albany, but they do get the 6 points, second touchdown of the half. They lead the half, incidentally, 12-0, but they trail in the game 35-12, 5:13 remaining. We'll take this time out.
Lassen RV at Albany has the new RV models on the lot now, ready for you to buy. Lassen RV Service Department has a new truckload of parts and accessories on sale just in time for fall fix-up. From changing a light bulb to rebuilding your entire RV. No job is too big or too small for Lassen RV in Albany, where friends send their friends.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
KGAL.
Back at West Albany High School, that band is loud, and as I said, they get a good number. They've got a multitude in that band. They play very well. It's always a good crowd here, and the football crowd is always, through the years that since we went to 6 divisions in high school football in Oregon, that most every Friday that they've been home, it has been one happy occasion. They have lost very few times in this. This is the 6th year, isn't it, of 6A?
Yes.
1 through 6. And they have an astounding record. I don't have that offhand, but they've only lost a couple of times here at home.
I think 7, Ray. I'm going to go with 7. 7th year.
Is this the 7?
Yeah.
The Warriors will kick off. It is a low line drive worm burner that will be taken inside the 20. No, it's bobbled back inside the 15, picking it up and spilled by the Warriors then quickly, maybe at the 16-yard line. That's not J.T. Valenzuela this time. And I'm not sure.
Looks like 84, Ray.
Is it
Forrest Thomas, and he's kind of limping, a little gimpy after that. There was a nice hit by one of the Warriors on that coverage there. Hopefully he's okay, though. Looks like he'll be all right.
Right between the 15 and 20. Again, no individual yard markers here. It's about the 17 and a half. Ben Engel is still the quarterback, and will hand off and look out on a good burst up the middle of the 40-yard line and brought down on saving tackles close to the 40 as Hiram is the man.
Chris Bustillos with the touchdown saving tackle there. Because after Chris, there was no other Warrior that would have been stopping that young Bulldog.
Hiram Crook looked like he might be on the way to the end zone for the longest touchdown run of the night, but some saving tackles by the Warriors. A couple of defenders well back. Caught him and brought him down. Anthony Thompson takes the handoff of the pitch, rather. Carries out to the 45-yard line to about the 47 and dragged down. Brought down there. Making the tackle for the Warriors is Fletcher Bellinger. 4 minutes, 29 seconds remaining as the clock runs as he was inbounds, very close to that sideline with the Warriors, but did stay in bounds, and he'll be at the 40. Bulldogs will be at the 46. 2nd down and 4. To the near hash mark on the ground again, as this time it was a snap that was bobbled by Ben Engel, and he falls on it. A little sloppy, too, in this half. You know, particularly on the West Albany side, because the Warriors still basically have their first team in.
Yeah, it's just a lack of experience there for the young Engel, but he's gaining some quickly here, and 3:15 counting to go.
3rd down and 4. As Ben simply fell on the ball, and still 4 yards to go, and now third down. Backs in the eye. He'll hand to that first back. No, a keeper. He's got the first down, and he's got some room to the outside. He is brought down at the 35-yard line. He sold me on that one. He delayed just a split second after the fake handoff. Everybody went for the ball with the parent ball carrier, and he took it to the outside for the first down.
This one's coming back, Ray. There looked like there was a hold. There's also another flag out on the edge over on the Lebanon sideline. So come on, guys. Let's just get this game going. Get this clock going.
Well, they're walking this one off deep into West territory at the 39-yard line, and they have to get out to the 49.
Very impressive fake, though, by Ben Engel there, Ray. I was faked out a little bit myself, but then I saw him run around the outside edge there.
So instead of what was a first down and much more, it'll be a third down and 10. Again, a bad snap.
Still on the ground.
A bobble. I think the Warriors got it. The Warriors indicate that they have it.
And
they are dancing Warrior gleefully here at West Albany, and they depart the field gleefully as they have the ball on first down and 10, and a chance to add a third touchdown maybe of the half at the 40-yard line of the Bulldogs. How about after the game tonight? A little hungry still? We always get hungry on Friday nights because you can never eat dinner on Friday night, you know?
No, I don't.
But it'd be a nice night to grab a hot and ready $5 pizza at Little Caesars. $5, yes, near the River Center, the new and only Little Caesars in Lebanon at the River Center. 3 minutes and 8 seconds to go. First down and 10 from the 40. The Warriors with a couple of touchdowns in this half. They lead 12-0 in the half. Don't mean to mislead anybody just tuning in. Sorry if you are and jump for joy. Oh my gosh! They trail 35-12 in the ball game, and there's a timeout for West Albany. We could take a 30-second timeout here. That's what we'll do. 35-12, West with the lead. 3:08 remaining in the game tonight. We'll take 30 seconds here at KGAL.
Lassen RV at Albany has the new RV models on the lot now, ready for you to buy. Lassen RV Service Department has a new truckload of parts and accessories on sale just in time for fall fix-up. From changing a light bulb to rebuilding your entire RV. No job is too big or too small for Lassen RV in Albany, where friends send their friends.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
KGAL.
35-12, West with the lead, and 3 minutes and 8 seconds to go, and first down and 10 from the 40. Oh, eating, going to have one of those. That was really nice. They gave us some chocolate chip cookies here during halftime as we were razzing the team at the other end, Wally Ordeman and Ryan Pitts. They're going to call it a fumble. The ball is on the ground, but the man should be down, I believe.
They will calm down.
And they will say he was down at the 40, so the Warriors are stopped at the line of scrimmage. The ball was fumbled, but you could clearly see that the ball carrier was already on the ground. Second down and 10. Still possession of the Warriors. 2:42 remaining. Two receivers to left, one to the right. Let's see if maybe Jake has not thrown yet tonight. Rapay instead he will pitch out. Ball at the 40. Ball's forward to the 35. And let's see, they are changing running backs occasionally.
Chad Nissen, number 1.
Haven't seen him much this year. I understand at that jamboree earlier in the year, he put on a pretty good show.
Yeah, he's a sophomore running back on the junior varsity, one of the fastest running backs that the Warriors have. Like to see more of him, and we will in the future.
He'll be the deep back on this play, but it'll be Keontae Davis who will take it straight up through the middle of the West Albany line. Picks up a couple of yards. That Warrior line is doing a good job, really, of controlling the line of scrimmage as they are moving West Albany forward. West has not done much of that with their second string in this half against the Warrior defense.
Be nice to see Lebanon tackle one more touchdown here with a minute 42 and counting.
The need perhaps to pick up a first down to do it. It's 4th and 2 from the 32. Let's see what they can do. They've kept the ball on the ground since Jake Rapay has been the quarterback. Jake with a long count, almost jumping. West Albany, they get back, no flag. And Jake will hand off.
I think he kept it, Ray.
Yes, he did. Initially, he looked like
he got the first down.
Initially, it looked like he was going to get the handoff, and I think that time was one where he took the ball back. seeing an opening off the right tackle, and he goes the right side for a first down inside the 30. So still alive, 1:22 to go. That's one of those plays where it's almost like stealing the ball. Give me the ball back, you know?
Right. Who wants it? Who really does want the ball?
First down and 10 from the 29-yard line of West Albany. Trying to add a third touchdown. I can't. Rapay will go back. He throws a backfield pass that is complete. And I don't know if they get back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see where they place the ball.
Devin Pritchard, number 19, one of the junior varsity running backs in the game.
Good for you and your eyes. I couldn't tell who had that ball as we've got some new players in, both sides substituting freely here in this half. The game was really decided at halftime, 35-0 West, but 35-12 now. But the clock running, they need to hurry if they want to get another score here. The handoff, and a nice tackle. Will bring down again at 19. And who'd you say that was?
Devin Pritchard.
Pritchard.
Number 19.
6'2" junior. But he gains inside the 25 at about the 24-yard line.
Warriors have time for one more play, Ray.
Third and about 4, 11 seconds running down, and let's see if they try for the end zone or whether they'll stay on the ground here. Back to throw is Luke Rapay, or Jake Rapay. He puts it up for, and how about a flag before the game ends? How about a flag there?
Wow.
Intended for Heston Ballman at the 10-yard line, and it was tripped. The ball was up in the air. It was certainly one that was a prayer. It was a Hail Mary in a sense that it was just anybody's ball. And he was tripped, and there's no flag. That's stunning.
There was an awful lot of contact there, Ray. I thought it would have warranted a penalty, but it was underthrown. That much was for sure.
But he had a shot at it until he fell to the ground. Back to throw on a final play of the game, and throwing incomplete, and that will be the last play of the game. A couple of seconds remained after that incompletion. Too bad they didn't call the flag. It would have put the Warriors a little bit closer to that goal line to try for maybe one more score. Instead, the final pass is incomplete from the 25-yard line, and that will end it. The Warriors do win a half. That's nice. They win 12-0. But that was because of the ample substitution by West Albany in the second half. We did not see on offense. We didn't see Cody LaHoda. We didn't see Jake Lacoste. We saw J.T. Valenzuela on one kickoff, but that was all. And he was great on punt returns in that first half. So they went to the second line, and the Warriors able to outscore them in the half 12-0. The problem, they were down 35-0 at the end of the first half. Final score 35-12. West will win it tonight. We'll be back to tell you what's ahead for the final week of the regular season next week. We'll be back on KGAL.
You will come out a winner at Power Honda. Their talented staff will show you how easy it is to get the vehicle you want and the payment you need. Check out mypowerhonda.com. Call 928-0122 or just go in to Power Honda, Highway 20 east of I-5 in Albany, your Honda superstore.
Making life easier and more productive, that's what Lynn Benton Tractor can do for you. And it all begins by discovering how the full line of Kubota equipment can help.
Lynn Benton Tractor, we're still doing business the American way.
Highway 99E, Tangent.
You'll always get your money's worth where the food is fresh and original at Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant in Lebanon. Roberto and his staff will provide a fun and affordable dining experience. So visit Ixtapa on the corner of Highway 20 and Wheeler Street, where parking is convenient and the atmosphere is sweet.
The short drive to Corvallis will save you time and money. This is Steve Buckner from Wilson Motors, inviting you to experience the notable difference at Wilson Motors, 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis. Check us out at saveatwilson.com.
1580 KGAL.
Back at West Albany High School, it really was more like a scrimmage in that second half as West went to their second stringers. They knew they were safely up in the ball game, and they put 35 points on the board in the first half. A lot of flags on the field tonight, but scores would have been worse than 35, but West Albany was their worst enemy. The greatest defense that the Warriors had in that first half was that yellow flag, but it was thrown frequently. Sometimes it did not stop the touchdown on the drive, but it certainly delayed that touchdown and kept the total points at halftime on the board maybe a little less than it would have been, but it was 35-0 as it stood. West was satisfied that they could control the game, and they did, although they were outscored 12-0 in the second half. Final score 35-12. So West moves on. They were number 6 in the OSAA power rankings going into this week, and I was surprised that they were actually that low at number 6.
Really?
That's what it said on the website that I went to.
Yeah, I don't make any sense of that. I don't BCS, whatever the formula, that Scott spent all day last week. It's just amazing. There's a 5-2 team that is down in like 21st position. 5-2. They might not make the playoffs.
You would think at this point of the year, there's only one more week in the regular season, that things would have begun to work out. If you get the early polls, like the BCS poll coming out, a lot of people say that one doesn't really matter. Oregon, for example, at number 3, they're entering the toughest part of the schedule. Analysts say that if they handle the tough part of the schedule, they will move up to number 2. But so the first polls are not to really reflect the true strength, but we're into one more week left in the regular season. There's a lot of strange things in that OSAA account.
Yeah, and I have really haven't voiced my opinion strongly over the last couple of years about the system or the formula or whatever you want to call it, but I just don't think it's right the way that it goes. I think you ruined a good thing. There was nothing broke about the old way of going about things. It was very plain, very simple. You didn't have to worry about opponents, about win weight, about this and that, and tonight I went into this game thinking that hoping that for a Warrior victory, but knowing with Brandon and DJ out that the chances of that not happening, and still feeling this is the win weight of this was probably huge because West Albany's ranked high, and Lebanon. Lebanon, Ray, if you look at the losses they've had, they've lost to 4 teams in the top 13. So that's actually good. Losing is good, and I don't think that's what you want to teach.
I didn't see where they are now in the OSAA scheme of things. Scott, do you know where they are, where Lebanon is right now at the OSAA power rankings? 18. So they have moved up. They were right at the cusp. They were at 24. They were actually below that at one point. They were just out of reach, and then they went to 24. They're now at 18. So it would appear, even with the loss tonight, that they will stay safely within the range of being a playoff team in a couple of weeks. 35-12, though, West Albany wins it tonight. Still time. I start out again. Still time to sign up for the fall term at LBCC. No. Oh, I so much want it to still be summer. I just can't let it go. I can't. I'm going to go out and try to swim tomorrow in that water, even though now it's polluted. It's not only that, it has blue-green algae at last word.
Oh, no.
That's what stopped the summer swim
that's toxic.
season.
Don't go in there.
There were about 2 weeks left in the summer season when they found the blue-green algae. A boat that had been in a lake that had blue-green algae back in June. They discovered it had been in the reservoir 4 or 5 times during the summer, and when the algae started to come in, they closed it down just as a precaution. So that said, I miss summer and had to give it up earlier this year. I try to hang on to it. How about this? There is time to sign up for the winter term at Lynn Benton Community College. Lynn Benton Community College gets started, get finished at LBCC in Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis, and in Sweet Home. Crowd gathering on the field tonight, and a happy one as the Bulldogs have won it 35-12 this evening. And I think we still need another timeout here. We'll take one more timeout. We'll come back. We'll get the stats from Scott Landgren, the stat man. We'll tell you about next week. And we will head home tonight. A little disappointed, but we expected a one-sided game, and that's the way it turned out, as West Albany, a very, very strong team. 35-12, they win it. We'll be back in a moment.
Has your stove lost its heat? Is your fridge or freezer no longer cold? Does your washer leave soap in your clothes, or has your dryer stopped tumbling? Then who are you going to call? Like New Appliance at 259-1131, of course. Like New Appliance, where every appliance shines like new.
Lynn Lanes in Lebanon, home of the best burger in town.
The place to bowl is Lynn Lanes Bowling Center on South Main Road in Lebanon. And the people are real nice. And the Head Pin Restaurant, I'd go there even if the bowling alley wasn't attached.
Good family fun. Bowling.
It's that time again. Les Schwab's Fall Tire Sale, our biggest sale of the year. Come in and get great deals on some of our most popular tires. But hurry, the Fall Tire Sale ends October 31st. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Albany Burgerville is celebrating 50 years of serving customers fresh, great-tasting food with a mission to serve with love. Pick up a Burgerville card now and earn rewards cash for every dollar spent. See store for details. Stop by Burgerville after the game. Order a famous Tillamook cheeseburger. Open 7 a.m. to midnight Fridays.
Hi, I'm Dave Wood, President and CEO of Willamette Community Bank. We are proud to support our local high school sports, music, and scholastic programs. Be part of the team and get behind our schools and our future leaders. Willamette Community Bank, service like no other, we promise. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Good, tasty food. That's why Bing's Kitchen has been a lunch and dinner favorite for over 40 years. Choose Chinese or American meals that can satisfy the entire family or a gathering of up to 40 people on the South Santiam Highway in Lebanon. Choose Bing's Kitchen, where the food simply tastes best.
We're Linco Federal Credit Union. Keep your money in Linn County with Linco Federal Credit Union. Enjoy a visit with one of our friendly staff at a neighborhood branch near you today. Linco Federal Credit Union in Albany, Lebanon, and Sweet Home. In Linn, you're in.
The Walmart Superstore is exactly that. One superstore with virtually everything you might have on your shopping list. Everything you need, a great selection, and of course, lower prices always. The Walmart Superstore in Lebanon.
1580 KGAL.
Well, welcome back to West Albany High School. West Albany is the victors tonight, 35-12 over your Lebanon Warriors. And, you know, it was a battle. We knew it was going to be a tough game. You know, West Albany is 6th in the state at the 5A level. I'm just doing a little recap here. Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
That's good.
You know, we knew it was going to be a tough game all around, and it was. You know, it starts and ends with Jake Lacoste. He's something special, Ray, isn't he?
You know, I'm sorry we didn't see more of him tonight.
Me too.
We really saw a very limited edition of Jake Lacoste, and still, 157 yards is far below. No one had held him below 200. Silverton, I don't have it right in front of him. He's kind of buried right now, but something like 212 or whatever, 230, 230.
Yeah, it was, definitely 230, 240, and that was an off night for Jake.
Yeah. So 157 is really an off night because they didn't utilize him. They didn't have to. They put so many points up so quickly.
Right. I mean, they were up 35-0 at the half, and really he didn't need to play the second half. He risked injury if he played, and that's something they can't do without.
It was very much like watching the TV last night. 43-7 Ducks 4 minutes into the second quarter.
Yeah.
And so you didn't see much of DeAnthony Thomas, Kenyon Barner in the second half. They just didn't need to do it, and West Albany didn't need it tonight.
No, they didn't. They got a lot of him, like you said, 157 yards on 11 carries, 3 touchdowns. So he didn't really even get used that much in the first half. I want to see him, play a full game and see what he really can do. But you can definitely tell there's a lot of Anthony in him, and the shiftiness and the breakaway speed.
And the other thing that is scary is they say that there is now another.
Yeah.
He's a freshman.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
And the word, just like they said with Jake, he could be better than Anthony. Now they're saying. I forget his name, but he could be better than Jake.
That's something scary.
And they would be on the same squad. He's a freshman, but he'll move up next year. They could have the two of them in the backfield next year.
Right, senior and sophomore. That'd be something scary to deal with. Which one is going to get it, and where are they going to go with it?
Yeah.
Thompson came in the second half, ran the ball 7 times for 40 yards, so not a bad night for him. Let me see here. Hiram Crook. 3 carries, 38 yards. He's a big body to try to, take to the ground. Lahota finishes 6 of 10, 84 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick in the second half. So, not too much on his day. Breslin was the leading receiver for West, 4 catches, 95 yards. For the Warriors, a lot of offensive running backs, not a lot of offense. They finish with 228 yards of offense, better than the 68 they put in the first half, but still not too much going for them. A lot of people touched the ball. Pravatsky, 11 carries, 28 yards. Keontae Davis, 4 or 5 carries, 36 yards. Farrell didn't get used that much, only 5 carries for 11 yards. Childress, 8 carries, 41 yards. He had some pretty good stuff in the second half. Rapay, 9 yards on 3 carries. Let me see here. Wessel had 5 carries, 23 yards. Hargis had 4 carries, 16 yards. The other Rapay, Jake, 14 yards on 3 carries. Let me see here.
I'm not such a tough night.
I'm not
had the ball.
Yeah, I'm not done. Gillette had 4 carries for 21 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Hargis had that nice touchdown pass to Hull, 19 yards. He finishes 2 of 4, 29 yards passing and that touchdown. I have some scores here. South Albany 33-20 over Woodburn. Silverton pulled away in the second half, 30-7 over Crescent Valley. As you look at Robbie over there with that face.
No, we disagreed as to whether Crescent Valley would hang with Silverton.
League champs, that's right, Silverton. Redmond 16-10 over Mountain View. That one's not a final, it's still in the fourth. Milwaukee, who potentially would be the matchup if the Warriors make the playoffs, 26-19 over Putnam. Marist, league champs again, they beat Springfield 35-14. And the game in which we are all curious about, Dallas 41, Corvallis 7. Dallas at Heath Stadium next week. And right now, as Robbie said, Lebanon is 18th in the power rankings, but I think even with this loss, they will move up in the power rankings because they played a good team, and West Albany might even move down, because they didn't play such a good team. So, it's really all about who you play, which it's kind of sad to think about, but I think Lebanon will move up. Hopefully they find a quarterback for next week who will... Not really sure which one it will be, but...
The problem with that, instead of just taking, whatever, the first three teams in this league, depending on how many teams they have, because some regions only have a few teams, the problem with that is if your league is weaker and you don't get enough points because they rank your opponents as not being strong, that really cannot tell how strong you are, like West Albany, for example. They do have Silverton in the league, which helps them out this year. But if, say, Corvallis is having an off year, and Lebanon is having an off year, then they don't benefit from beating these teams.
Right.
But they could beat just about anybody in the state, in truth.
They're definitely probably a top 5 team, but right now they might be, 8th when the rankings come out tonight. And it's a system that I'm not sure they have all the kinks worked out yet. Like you said, West Albany could play with just about anybody, as they did. We saw Sherwood last week, and I think West Albany could play with Sherwood and Wilsonville, and those are two of the top teams in the state. I'm not sure about the system, but Lebanon should move up, and they, with a win next week, I think they would definitely be in. Even with the loss, I think they might be in the playoffs.
Well, a team like West is going to get into the playoffs. Right. If you don't rank them highly, what could finally happen is that they might go on the road some weekend where they wouldn't have to because somebody got ranked higher than they, and they happen to meet them. That could be the one disadvantage that they wind up with this power ranking.
Yeah.
Well, that's 35-12. West Albany wins it tonight. Thank you, Statman. We'll be back next Friday night against Dallas. It is interesting that the Warriors had a one-sided victory against Corvallis, but so did Dallas. And maybe Dallas will be a little tougher next week than we thought.
Boy, they helped Corvallis to 7 points. That's a pretty good defense. Corvallis with Mather and Langley and a couple of good receivers out there.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. The Warriors only held them to 28 points.
You never know with the high school games, though. Maybe something happened. Maybe some of those people didn't play.
Injuries.
Maybe they didn't show up. Injuries, discipline, you just don't know.
Yeah. And but the Warriors have one more game to try to figure out things on both sides of the ball, and obviously, West Albany, hats off to them. They made the plays tonight, most of it in the first half, and. Onto Lebanon Heath Stadium, senior night next week. It'll be senior night for some Lebanon seniors, so that'll be good to hopefully send them off into the playoffs.
Well, let's call it a night and wrap things up with our Research Mannequins Player of the Game, the sale and research from right there of Mannequins, right there in Lebanon. I really don't have a choice, do you, Rob?
Well, there were 2 scores. There were 2 scores in the game, and a very nice pass by C.J. Hargis to Tyler Hull. A very nice connection. I wish there was a play of the game. That was a pretty good. That was in a tight spot.
Talk about player of the game. That involves a little more involvement.
More
in the
statistics
game.
and
plays.
Impact type plays, and unfortunately, there's not a lot of them out there. But
how about a player who was in on a play of the game, then isolate an instance?
Yeah, well, I think Tyler Hull, he does not see very much time in the varsity game, and Jacob Gillette scored a touchdown too. So I'll give you those 2 players. They don't see very much varsity offensive playing time, and it was good to see them get into the end zone. Probably made their night.
Research Mannequins Player of the Game. Udell Engineering wishes the Warriors good luck next week against Dallas as they finish up their season. We thank Udell for that fine field to which we will return next Friday night. They were very prominent in the Heath Stadium field. We'll be there next Friday night at 7, hoping for a good result against Dallas and maybe moving up just a little bit in those power rankings. It appears like the Warriors will stay in the top 24.
Yeah, if they can move in the top 16, they will host a game. If they can get to the 16th spot, they would host a game. I think that would really help the Warriors now to have a home game.
Maybe a little bit tough, though.
It may be tough. It'll be a tougher road, definitely, with two of your star players out for a long time.
That's true, too, against Dallas. But I was thinking of where Dallas stands and what a victory over them would mean in terms of the power that we were just talking about, et cetera, et cetera. Final score tonight, West Albany wins it here. We'll see you next Friday night at 7. Thank you back at the station. Is it Clarissa? Carissa.
Yes.
Sorry, Carissa. I just didn't know your name, but Rob told me earlier tonight. I forgot. Thank you, Carissa. You do an excellent job back there.
Thank you.
Even through the time when I lost my headphones here because they became unplugged, and I thought for sure that maybe the radio had gone dead. That was not it. Thank you for staying through that. And thank you for joining us tonight, Warrior Football. Final score from West Albany. A very good Bulldog team dominates the first half, and they win it 35-12. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening to Warriors Football on 1580 KGAL. You can follow the Warriors all season long, every snap, every score, every game, home and away on KGAL. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Economy Supply Building Center, Mama's Fine Italian, City and Suburban Electric, Lassen RV, Power Honda, Ixtapa Mexican Restaurant, Linco Federal Credit Union, Burgerville, Crabtree Automotive, Lynn Lanes, Willamette Community Bank, Les Schwab Tires of Lebanon, Bing's Kitchen, Like New Appliance, Lynn Benton Tractor, Wilson Motors, and by Canega Tire Factory. Listen throughout the season for more exciting Warriors football action. This broadcast is exclusive property of Eads Broadcasting, Smart Talk 1580 KGAL, and Radio Robbie Productions. U.S. copyright law protects this broadcast. Duplication or rebroadcast of any portion of this program is strictly prohibited without prior written consent. We now join our regular programming.
Health Talk with Dr. Bob Martin. Sunday mornings on News Talk 1580 KGAL.